Welcome to the Devonshire Dis. Today, we welcome our first guests from across the pond as they headed back down to the Magic to check out the flowering garden. Let's get into it. Welcome back to the Devonshire Dis. I hope you're well. I'm super excited for this one. So we are jumping right into this because this is the Devonshire Dis first transatlantic conversation that we've had on our podcast. We are firmly out of Devon on this one, you guys. And across the pond, I have the pleasure of welcoming Sarah and Weston Holley, aka Holleywood Studios. Guys, welcome to the Devonshire Dis Podcast.
Thank you. We are very excited. And it's like, all right, hopefully we're not setting the bar too low for your first podcast.
I'm so glad. I'm so appreciative for you to jump on. I know, like, obviously there's a time difference, and we were saying off air that you're in the middle of the afternoon, and I've just put Penny and Noah to bed, so we're feeling that difference. But yeah, just thank you guys for jumping on with me.
Thank you, man. Pleasure's all ours. Looking forward to chatting. Like I said, we've been chatting for a couple years now on Instagram, and yeah, looking forward to chatting on here. It's very, very excited.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely. One of the first messages that we had, I had a little scroll back. You mentioned that you have family over here. Was it Leeds way? Did you have family?
Yeah.
Yes. So my sister, her husband is from Leeds, and he's obviously here now. They live like 3 minutes down the street from us, but his family is still over there. Yeah, it's crazy. We actually visited a few years ago, very
cool.
briefly. Yeah. What was it?
2019, I believe it was.
Well, no, because I was just barely pregnant. So it was, I think, the beginning of 2022. I don't know, something like that. Early 2020 or something. But yeah, so very cold. It's very cold.
Very cold. Absolutely, yeah. And we're talking the north of England as well. So yeah, they have temperatures which are a little bit lower than us down here in the West Country.
Oh my gosh, freezing.
Yeah, we flew into London. It was in April. I remember that. Actually got to go see the Blues play at Stamford Bridge. So that was really cool.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Awesome.
First game over there. They still had Antonio Rudiger scored a banger from like 35 out. You know, the first goal, place erupts.
Oh my gosh, it was nuts.
And then Brentford comes back and beats us 4-1.
Oh, really? Oh, no.
Yeah.
The main thing is you saw a goal to celebrate.
Yeah,
No, it was crazy. And we were like, we've got this. But like, their team fans are intense. I was like, okay, all right.
Yeah.
I was like, oh. It was very intense. It's not like it is over here, so that was pretty cool to experience for sure.
No, it was a good time. So we saw London, and then took the train up the was it the Red Line or something like that, I believe, up to Leeds, and hung out for a couple hours with her brother-in-law's family, and then headed back to London. So it was cool.
Awesome.
Cool to see.
Really neat.
Oh,
Yeah.
awesome. Is that the only time you've been over, or have you been over before previous? You've been around the UK at all?
That was my first. It was first for you, yeah.
Yes, it was the first for me. You had been to Paris previously, I mean.
Yeah,
but-
in France, yeah. Like as far as like England, and that was my first time there.
Yeah.
Which same trip, we actually did take the channel to Paris,
Nice.
and hung out there for a day or two, and saw that. So it was good.
Was it Disneyland at that point, or was it just the center of Paris?
Just Paris. Yeah,
Very
we
quick.
I think we were in Paris like 24 hours. I mean, it was a whirlwind
wow.
of a trip. Yeah.
Yeah, being like 10 weeks pregnant, I was like,
Yeah, I can imagine.
help. And then I tried to get an Uber, and they called me, and they were speaking in French, and it was just like, felt like a big old disaster. So I was like, go to Disney. It'll be calmer this time.
Definitely plan to put that on the books.
For
Go to
sure.
Disneyland Paris. I actually went with my family, my mom and brothers, 2014. So this was actually before we had met.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's cool. Like I said, first and only. So I didn't get to experience like fully take it in for a couple of days, but it was cool.
Yeah. Yeah, it is a beautiful city, and if you do get the opportunity to go to Disneyland Paris, well, there's big things happening over there at the minute with the expansion to studios, whole new rename, the Frozen Land obviously has come.
Yeah.
So I think it's what time recording is the 12th of March. I'm thinking it's 2 weeks, and then
Okay.
Frozen and Olaf. Have you seen the little robot Olaf at the minute?
Yeah.
The little animatronic?
Oh yeah.
Super cute, super cute.
It looks
Um,
just like, I mean, he moves and everything just like him off the
yeah,
movie. It's wild how they how they do
It
it.
is.
Yeah.
just incredible. Yeah, that's gonna be a busy little land for a while over our side.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh yeah.
You guys planning to get over there anytime soon or?
Probably not this year because of the August trip heading over to your side, but
Okay. Yeah.
definitely next year, definitely 2027 for sure.
Yeah.
Hopefully they would have ironed out all of the creases and got everything working, and maybe the crowds have died down, but something
Right.
tells me that's going to take a few years for the crowds to die down because they've put a lot of investment into Paris. There was
Mhm.
a decent amount of time where, it wasn't, I wouldn't say the word neglected because no Disney resort was neglected, but it was a bit stagnant. And
Yep.
the Disney company have taken a bit more of an ownership, and with that, they've given a bit more investment. So it's an up and coming park for sure. The resort
Yeah.
is beautiful.
That's
Cool.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll co-plan a trip.
Now that sounds good.
Hey,
I'll
yeah.
be up for that. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. The
Kids
kiddos
can
will love it.
entertain themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah. That sounds cool to me.
Definitely have to link up with you guys when you come over
Oh yeah.
in August for sure.
Oh, definitely. That'd be great. If you're heading down that way, we'll let you know the plans. We're planning on doing a few podcast episodes on here, just talking about plans and what we were able to get booked, and hopefully
Yeah.
some
Yeah.
form of schedule. But like you guys know, schedules go out the window when children are involved.
Right?
Yeah, no such thing.
But
No, don't.
yeah, if you're heading down, that'd be ace.
We'll be like, oh yeah, blah blah blah. The next thing you know, we're like, there's a room available. Let's just drive down and we're there. So that's the problem with the annual pass. You don't have to like get tickets, so you can make an excuse to go anytime, and then
Yeah.
you're on the road for 8.5 hours.
Yeah, so for
Eight
for
and a
us,
half hours. Wow.
yes, we're in like the southern most eastern part of North Carolina. So
Yeah.
it's about a little over 8 hour drive to Disney World. So it's not too bad. You can break it up. Savannah's halfway. So four
Yeah.
hours in, stop, get gas, stretch the legs, another 4 hours and you're there. We'll drive overnight sometimes and just kind
Yeah.
of wake up in Disney. So
That was going to be one
Which
of my
is
questions. Is it a
yeah.
red eye sort of drive? Take as much coffee as you can and try and get there, or is it like,
Mhm.
a journey through a day?
Yeah, well, that's
yeah.
what we just did recently. I guess that's the last 2 times. So he went, gosh, I don't know, maybe about a month ago to be ridiculous and get the new annual pass magnet. He was the fifth person in line to get it.
Yeah, I was trying to
Um,
remember the exact date, but it's about a
I
month
think it
ago.
was like the sixth or something. But then yeah, we went obviously a week ago, and we left our house at 9 p.m. and Margot decided she was rallying the whole night. So we were all awake for like 24 hours. I felt sick. Like, I don't know what's happening, but hey, if you're gonna be tired, just go to Disney. And there's worse places to be exhausted.
Yeah, the
Oh
plan
yeah.
was, arrive like 5 in the morning. Sarah and Margot is gonna like sleep on the drive. I'll catch just like a quick nap as soon as we get there, and then we're all fresh and off to the parks. But no, the whole Holly clan was awake all night. We got there and just all cramped. So,
Melatonin at like 7:30 at night. I was like, okay, I'm gonna be good to go. No. No. I was just like, oh, but we made it clearly.
it was cool though. We saw so we pulled into Art of Animations where we stayed for the trip,
Yeah.
and as we parked, there was fireworks going off. I mean, this was like I said, 5, 6 in the
Yeah, I
morning.
don't think it was even
Right.
6 o'clock yet.
So we were trying to figure out. They had a Disney race, Disney Run race that
Sure.
weekend. So it could have been something for that. I don't know if they were testing fireworks
Could have been
or
a wedding.
yeah, true. Somebody rented out
Yeah,
the
maybe.
park or something. But
I don't
Yeah.
know, but yeah, no, that was pretty cool. We were like, what? And I just happened to get it on film, and I put up like a little short of it just because that's kind of crazy. So
Yeah.
there's no telling. We'll never know, but it was definitely like a cool way to show up groggy. Our room wasn't ready, and we're like, well, there's fireworks. And we got a free balloon for Margot. Somebody was leaving and they didn't want it. And so magic was happening from the start.
No,
Pixie
that's
magic.
pixie dust moments. I love it.
yeah,
That's what we'll call it.
Maybe it was just your grand entrance, Maybe they were like, okay, you've got a long trip. Disney
Yeah.
caught wind because they listened to everything, and they were like, do you know what? Let's throw some
Uh,
fireworks to give him an entrance.
oh dude,
And here's
let's
a free balloon as well.
yeah. An expensive way to greet us, but I'll take it.
Yeah. People come in, they're like, "No, your room's not ready."
No, they got it ready too. That was like another little magical moment. They were like, "Okay, yep, we can make a room ready for you." And we're like, "Oh my God!" Like,
So that was
we.
what, a room in what, 5, 6 o'clock in the morning? That was free for you.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Wow, that's good.
it was kind of cool. So I will say we're guilty of we do mobile check-in and
Uh-huh.
don't even go to the front desk. We just kind of as soon as you check in with the security guard on the resort property, it'll let you know if room's ready or not.
Mhm.
And we'll just kind of hang out and do whatever until it finally says, "Hey, your room's ready."
Yeah.
I don't know this for a fact, but I actually went up to the front desk and spoke with the lady, and she was able to just move us over to a room that was ready.
Yeah.
Wow,
So
that's pretty good.
yeah, so if you ever get in and you're like us, just use the app. Maybe check the front desk, and they might be able to just move something around and get you in. So that was
That's
cool.
awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah. This is the thing with, 2026 and the technology that's been adopted by Disney, and that it's so easy just to sit on your phone and wait for a notification for these things. But,
Mhm.
right.
if you don't ask, you don't get, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's very fair. Very fair.
Yeah. Awesome. Oh, good stuff. Is that the resort you tend to go to? I know from watching you guys and following you guys over the years, you go to different resorts. Is there like a preferred one when you're heading down, or does it depend per trip?
I'd say it definitely depends.
Yeah.
If
Hmm.
we're wanting to, Tiana's opened up, we wanted to stay near near the Magic Kingdom, so it's a little easier to get to. Or Flower and Garden going on right now, staying around kind of Epcot Resort, and so it really kind of depends on like what we're planning to do for the trip where we stay.
Mhm.
But in addition, we really want to stay at every single resort and
Mhm.
Nice.
just kind of just take in every single vibe. And we have we've pretty much stayed at them all, but as far as like on camera done a review, we still have Riviera,
Mhm.
Animal Kingdom,
Oh my
and
gosh, I can't wait for Animal Kingdom one day.
right,
And you've done contemporary. I
yeah,
think maybe that's it,
I think that's it.
which
Wow,
feels
cool.
crazy.
Yeah.
So is there a favorite at the minute before you hit the final ones?
That's tough. I love Coronado Springs.
Okay.
Love, love, love it. It's like definitely not like in your face Disney, but there's something about the air. I know that sounds really weird, but it's like you walk around in the afternoon and you just got your shower and you're feeling all breezy, and then you go out to go get your food or something, because you do have to walk. Like if you're not staying in the tower, you have to walk to like the central area to get your food, which is fine, except for it's like crap rain weather. But
Yeah.
um there's like just like somehow the breeze is just so nice. It's like warm but not too warm. So I just it makes me feel relaxed there. But it's really hard for me because our last most recent stay at Art of Animation, I love Cars World, whatever you want to call it,
Yeah.
the Cars section. Like I think I might be obsessed. I'd never even watched Cars. Don't come for me, people. I'm a Disney fan, I swear, but like I'd never really watched Cars. One, because we have like a little girl, and that's not like like that's not
Uh,
mostly. I don't think they go for Cars. And now I think I'm obsessed. I'm like, ka-chow, like at things like it's kind of ridiculous now. It's on the TV all the time. So, yeah.
No, animation is it's a classic. I feel like that's a must.
Oh, for
One of the absolute have to. So Sarah said we did stay in the car section, and we did a resort review for it, which is coming out this weekend.
sure.
But we kind of touch on like the specific theming that they have there, and Cars is, in our opinion, by far way better than
Oh,
the
it takes the
others.
cake.
It
Oh,
just
absolutely. Yeah. I
yeah,
Ah,
agree. Yeah.
looking at the section of the wheatgrass and then the power lines, like Radiator Springs, you really feel like you're in there. I mean, it's
I
cool.
love that. I want to live in
Yeah.
Silver Springs. Oh my gosh. I want to work at the Cozy Cone. Like, oh my gosh, I loved it. So it's it's tough to say. And I love that the
Mm.
Skyline. I prefer the Skyline over like the bus, but honestly, I would drive to I know that's
Yeah.
not maybe the most popular opinion,
Well,
but
for us, because since we drive down, we have our
yeah, we have our car. But I
And
like
you've
the Skyline.
got perks as APs. You've got perks for the parking. It's free in the parks, isn't it?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
right.
So
So
yeah.
yeah, that helps, I think.
I think for me, so I've been going to Disney since I was, I don't know, maybe 5. Every summer we would go
Mm.
and stay at Fort Wilderness.
Mm,
That's where my parents would take
Nice.
us. We had a camper and load it up, drive down, set up the camper, and that was our home base. So now I've gotten older and kind of broke tradition and started doing things with my family and kind of like you said, bouncing around, visiting different
yeah.
resorts. I always, as a kid, wanted to stay at Wilderness Lodge, and now that we've
Oh,
done that, Wilderness Lodge just kind of holds a little spot in my heart. I think that's my favorite at the moment.
Just for the lobby,
Um,
right?
oh man, it's
When you
beautiful,
walk in it, it's something else.
right? We haven't been in there at Christmas time. I want to go in and see the
Mm,
tree and everything at Christmas.
Oh yeah.
Looks
yeah.
beautiful in there.
So when you were
Cozy.
going as a youngster to Fort, was River Country open? Was it that sort of vibe when you were younger?
Yeah, yeah. So I actually got
Yeah.
to experience river country, man.
Nice. Yeah, me too. Me
Wow.
too. It was my first or second trip, was the first and only time I went to River Country, but I loved it. I thought it was great. As a
Yeah,
kid, just like, jumping in lakes and swinging on things which certainly wouldn't have got through health and safety now. It was great. It was the
Wow.
time. It was the time.
the zip line and they had that. I mean, I don't remember the names, but they had one slide. It didn't go all the way into the water. It just
Yeah.
kind of was like a half and then dropped you.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
was, yeah, that was the best. Like,
And it makes perfect sense for you guys because three boys, like he's one of three boys, and it's just like
Sure.
makes the most sense
yeah,
to be there because, like you said, like obviously grew up there. If you're not in the park, there is so much more you can just kind of hang out, and I think
yeah,
that's a really valuable part too.
Yeah.
I guess if you're picking where you want to go,
definitely.
yeah.
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 So
Yeah,
What a-
absolutely.
what about you? I know we've discussed Saratoga quite a bit. It seems like that's kind of y'all's home base at the moment, or
oh
Yeah, yeah, we're biased. Obviously, that's the DVC home resort. So we bought in there. My parents bought in 2005. I bought in 2007 individually, and
okay.
it's just home away from home. A
yeah,
bit
Yeah,
like what you mentioned, Sarah, with Colorado. It's like it has its own atmosphere in
yeah,
Saratoga. I swear it's to do with the lakes and the little ponds that
yes,
they
the
have.
water,
yeah,
I think it's
yeah,
that similar sort of vibe, and
mm-hmm,
it just, for me, Saratoga has always felt like an escape from the park day. Like once you're done with the park,
yeah,
once you're all tired and you're zombie walking to a bus and then you're trying to sit down, you can't, and
yeah,
you're standing out for the last 20 minutes and so on and so forth, and you
yeah,
just think, God, I need to relax now. As soon as I
yeah.
get to
mm-hmm,
Saratoga, I feel it. I feel myself come back down. So that's why we love it. I also do, on a complete comparison, I hear what you're saying for Art of Animation, because we took the Skyliner over with Penny in 22,
yeah,
Mm.
because Hollywood Studios was chaos when we went in 22. It was around spring break, so
oh,
the crowds
gosh,
Yeah.
were up. So we thought, instead of trying to navigate the restaurants there, we'll head over to Art of Animation on the
yeah,
Skyliner, experience that for the first time, and then go get some food in the quick service at Art of Animation. And we
Yeah.
spent pretty much the rest of the day just walking around the cars area and all
yeah,
the other
Yeah.
themed areas, as well as getting your food. It was like a whole different experience. It was awesome.
Love it. Yeah.
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 I don't forget about Saratoga, but yeah, and it's cool because you can also walk over to Disney Springs and stuff.
Yeah,
It's
Yeah.
just another one of those things where you do have a bit of freedom, and I think for me, I think that makes me feel calmer, if that makes sense. Not
definitely.
feeling like you're necessarily like not trapped, but like you're kind of dependent on a certain thing to get places.
Yeah,
You have more options.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have the
yeah,
boats that
absolutely.
you can hop on to and head over to French Quarters
Hmm.
and
Yeah, yeah,
If you need some
Port
beignets.
Orleans. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Taste those beignets. Yeah, yeah. Speaking of atmosphere, as soon as you walk into there, it's just
Oh
powdered
yeah.
sugar everywhere, isn't
Oh,
it?
for sure. Yeah. No, that actually was our first ever vlog.
Vlog. Yeah.
That's crazy to think about. That was
Really?
the place we stayed. Yeah, because deals were it was like I don't want to say cheap because like it still was Disney prices, but like it was very affordable to go there pretty often. And so we were like, all right, let's go. And we were just like, ooh, with our camera, like walking around, just feeling so cool, but also really awkward.
I
Um,
don't think we knew how to work the camera at the time. Like,
Yeah.
just,
right.
oh,
Oh,
there's the record. All right, there we go.
oh, that's actually funny. I don't know why, like I forgot that. That's wild. But no, it will have a special place in my heart.
Sasagula.
Yeah.
Oh, the
Mm-hmm.
Sasagula, yeah. Just heading down there from French Quarter all the way down to Springs is a great little trip as
Oh
well.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
beautiful place in the center of Walt Disney World. I'd love to see. We've mentioned it on a couple of podcasts. I'd love to see if they can put a Skyliner into that sort of area, into
Yeah.
your French Quarter or your Saratoga and your old Key West.
Yeah.
There's
Mhm.
there's area for it. Apparently,
Mhm.
back in the day when Saratoga was the Disney Institute, and before that, when they were trying to make a community area, there was talk of them putting a monorail line. So they've
Huh.
made enough site for a monorail line. Whether
Yeah.
they were able to change that into a Skyliner and fix it up to another hub remains to be seen. We'll have to see.
Yeah.
That would be good though.
Yeah, no, it definitely would be. I'm just trying to think because the golf courses and stuff there now. I don't know if
This is
that
it.
would,
Yeah.
yeah, if mess any of that up.
Yeah, last thing you want. Yeah. Oops.
Oh,
Can you
like,
shut the windows at this point?
yikes. That'd be cool. That'd be a cool little like view, I feel like.
Extra points if you can bank it off.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Yeah.
Yikes.
My golf game, I probably wouldn't even have to aim at it, and I would still hit it. You know?
Do you play
Nice.
much golf on property when you're down there? Do you get out?
I try to. I'm not a great golfer by any means, but I absolutely love golf. It's a blast.
Yeah.
Average or normal day, I probably shoot a 95.
Nice.
But bogey golf is what I play or what I call it.
Yeah.
But I've played at Lake Buena Vista golf course handful of times, which is
Cool.
right there at Saratoga. Um, but I haven't played Magnolia or the other courses yet.
Right.
So it's
Right.
on the list to do, and
I just,
definitely will soon.
I just ride along. And that's another thing. It feels really good when you're out there. The breeze. It's always the breeze.
Yeah,
Yeah, definitely.
They have pretty good deals too. I think in the afternoon you get like a hot dog and a drink, or I don't know. They give you little
they
deals to.
yeah they really do. I mean, you
Mm.
guys staying at Saratoga Springs quite a bit. I don't know if you've dipped in and checked them out, but
My golfing experience is very much crazy golf or
right on.
Ah,
mini pitch and putt. That's as far as my skill set can go.
Yeah,
But I have seen that Chippendale little outlet down the back of the golf course where you can get like the hot dogs and
Yeah.
yeah.
like a beer or something like that. It's actually really reasonable price wise.
Yeah, no. So that I was kind of shocked. So they'll do. Sarah was saying it's a sunset nine. They'll offer later in the day. It's like $50, play nine and get a hot dog and stuff.
Yeah.
And it is also in the pro shop. They every time I go in there, they have a deal. It's buy one
always
get one, half off.
for shirts and stuff.
Shirts,
That's pretty
hats. I mean,
cool.
I think everything in there is buy one get one half off. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
Hey, you're talking on property in Disney. You take a deal when you
Right.
find one because
right.
it's their
Right.
pixie dust.
For sure.
You mentioned crazy golf. Have you guys gone to Fantasia Gardens and played over there?
Yeah, so I went again a long time ago. I don't think Lauren's been, and certainly pre-kids, but yeah, back in the peak of the Blizzard Beach days, we used to head down there and play some golf after the water park with the
Yeah.
family, and it's cool. It's a cool
It's
little
fun.
experience. It's great theming.
Right.
Hmm.
Oh yeah.
And it's hard.
It is
It's like
hard. Yeah.
pretty hard. Yeah.
We did the obviously there's two courses. One
Yeah.
that's like kind of for your
Oh
traditional
yeah.
putt, and then the other one that's supposed to be more like a real golf course. It's
Yeah.
tough.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's good that they have them. It's something that like we always forget about it, but actually we've got a UK special ticket that you can get for Walt Disney World. It's
Mhm.
14-day tickets and you get water parks thrown in as well. And you
Very
always get a
Cool.
round of, one of the crazy golfs there as well. But I
Yeah.
don't think many people use it. You certainly don't hear about many
Right.
guests that are heading over from the UK using it. I
Mhm.
appreciate, there's so much to do in Walt Disney World. You've only got so many hours in your 2-week trip to fit
Right.
things in. But
Right.
it's definitely recommended. It's a fun little time, fun little afternoon down there.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You mentioned Blizzard Beach. We have to go.
I've never been.
Sarah's never been.
Never
Uh,
been.
Yeah. I
Really?
I know how to swim. I'm not like
Yeah.
in whatever, but I'm just like I like just doggy paddle. So I like always feel embarrassed in a pool. So I'm like, oh gosh. And also Margot's now to the age where it's a little less like, because she's 3-ish and a half. I don't know the months. I'm not doing that. But when you get it when they're little and they have zero clue of how to even hold themselves up in a floaty,
Yeah.
it's like, all right, this is not fun. This is stressful. So
yeah.
but I do feel like of all places, that would be one to go because they know kids are going to be there and they would
Definitely.
tailor things to that. So yeah, for it. I need to get a tan, so I'm for that.
I
Yeah.
haven't been in years, so I think
Wow.
we should probably check that off pretty soon.
What was it? What's the slide?
Summit
Plummet.
Plummet.
I
Plummet.
swear, I'm so embarrassed. I literally thought, so you know how it looks like it goes shooting up in the sky? I literally thought that's how it goes. And I was like, no, that's a no for me. Like, absolutely not. Little did I know, it's just an illusion.
They do such a good job. I mean, typical
Oh, food's
Disney.
great. Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean,
Yeah.
you as you're passing the ski jump, they usually shoot the water off, so it
Yeah.
does kind of look like, you know.
I was like, oh, absolutely not. I won't even run Guardians of the Galaxy. Like, you're not going to catch me in a bathing suit flying through the air, but it's tamer than that. I'll do it.
The lifeguards at the top are just like, yeah, you just hit this toggle when you get in the air and
My God.
parachute comes out.
One thing he wants, this is where it is, right? Where you want to rent it out and like do the waves.
Typhoon Lagoon.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, Typhoon, yeah.
yeah.
That's the water park that's close to my heart. River Country
Yeah.
was fab. Blizzard Beach is great theming, but Typhoon is, I could spend 2
Okay.
weeks in there.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
I
I've
love
I've
it.
been discussing with my brother. So where I grew up here in North Carolina, we're right on the coast and kind of grew up
Oh, nice.
surfing and lived at the beach, our whole life.
Cool.
So you can actually rent the wave pool out and go surfing there at
Oh,
Typhoon
cool.
Lagoon.
Yeah,
So I've been talking about doing it with my brother. TBD when we do it, but yeah.
that'd be
There will
awesome.
be a vlog, and it'll probably just be a bunch of bloopers.
So when they must do that, what, pre-opening of it to the public or just
So
after
there's
closing?
yeah,
Mm,
there's two different times. You can do it early morning or after it closes in the evening.
yeah.
Cool.
I forget the exact pricing, but and how many people you can have, but let's just say that it's 10 people max. If you
Yeah.
can get 8 people, all throw in and then cover the cost, and then you can divide up waves between you. It sounds like a pretty good deal.
That's
So
cool.
me and my brother and a couple of guys are talking about trying to do that soon.
And I'll just
Oh,
be
that's
recording like, tee, wait for people to fall, because at least that would be what would happen to me.
And you
Hey,
can so
hopefully they keep bars open because they've got some good drinks over there, good mixers.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
I'll just observe
still
with a
get a
drink in
tan.
my
Yeah,
hand.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
We're hoping to go to the it's not H2O Glow, it's the DVC after hours in
Oh
Typhoon. Is it
yeah.
Member Magic? They've
Mhm.
got a couple of dates when we're over there in August in
Oh,
Typhoon. There's something about being in a water park at night. I think that's like something which is completely out there. So yeah, we're hoping to do that. Fingers crossed.
yeah. That sounds fun.
I've seen that. I haven't done it. It looks really
Yeah.
cool. Is that I'm assuming that's like a separate ticket on the side, an extra.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
The DVC one is if you're a eligible DVC member, so you're a direct member, and
Hmm.
you've got, and I think it's you're on a direct stay at the time. They send you
Hmm.
like an email. I think it's around the end of May, June for us, and they'll say, look, you're eligible. Do you want to register interest? And then I don't know if it's a ballot or whether it's,
Mm.
first come, first serve.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think it's 3 hours in the park. You get a couple of Mickey bars thrown in and a couple of
Heck yeah.
characters. So
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, it should be good.
That sounds like a really
We'll
fun
see if it
time.
materializes. Yeah,
Yeah.
It will. It'll happen.
fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Fingers
Mm-hmm.
crossed.
Mm.
Well, before we get into the trips that you guys have been on, because you've been on some recent trips, and as you said, you're able to go on a few trips a year because of being only an 8 hour drive away. I say only an 8 hour drive,
Yeah.
but somebody takes a 10 hour flight. That sounds a lot
Yeah.
quicker and a lot more accessible than what it is from across the pond. But before, I just wanted to do a quick shout out to Nicole and Anthony's podcast because that back in the day was one of the first times that I heard you guys talking for the first time and we started connecting.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to give a shout out to Married to the Magic and those guys. Was that your first podcast? Have you done any since?
No.
That was
Really?
Yeah.
yeah, that was the first
Wow.
one. And Anthony, shout out to you. Want to do this? You know what that means, man.
Oh my gosh.
We and Nicole as well. We did the podcast with them, and as we had with you, some technical difficulties.
Yeah.
We basically had to redo the podcast with him because the first episode he was like, I can't save it. It's
It was so spliced. Our
yeah,
weather it was like really bad. We had like a very, very bad thunderstorm.
Right.
And
internet was
the
going
internet,
out.
yeah, it just the connection and everything was really bad. And so he would do this, and I'm like deep into some like dramatic story, and I'd have to be like, go back and be in the same character and same energy. Oh my gosh. But no, we got it done. It was cool. So I guess you could say this is our third because we did two with him, sort of.
That's very true.
Podcasts are so cool. I have it in my head that one day I'm gonna have a podcast. We'll see if that ever materializes, but I think they're very cool.
Oh, the reason why I said it is because you guys like on that first one with Anthony and this one now, I just assumed that you were doing it pretty regularly, because you sound very natural at doing it.
Well, thank you. I will say my degree is actually in musical theater, so I'm just naturally like carefree, I guess. I don't know. I just say whatever. I'm proud of him. That's definitely not his degree.
I was gonna say, no, thank you for the compliment, Adam. I no, I don't do this regularly, and I feel like I don't have the voice for it, and I'm like, just so
Own worst critic.
yeah.
So is that the same sort of feeling for vlogging as well? Because obviously you've, like you said before, you've been doing it for a couple of years now, and the type of vlogs that you do are very natural. You've got the home vlogs that I've started peppering in as well. Is the same sort of feeling for you, Weston? Is it something which is outside of your comfort zone, or do you feel like you're in it now?
I feel like I'm in it now. It's weird. I can't explain the difference between podcasting and then vlogging.
Sure.
And I think obviously the first couple that we did, I was like, what am I doing with the camera? And
Right. It's like
adjusting.
number. I don't know. It's like when you're patting your head and like circling your stomach, like I don't know how to multitask
Yeah.
with a kid too, because of course Margot was
Very
like
true.
There, yeah.
maybe 1 year old, not even.
Yeah.
So for sure, I will say one thing I think for us that has changed, because it's still awkward, but it's like if you're going to be at Disney, everybody's doing the same thing. So it's not that weird, I guess. It's weird, but people don't think it's weird. Is we've just gotten less rigid. Like we would get so like we have to edit it and like, oh gosh, I said this word kind of weird. Let's see if we can splice it so it doesn't like at this point now it's like I don't know how to pronounce a word. Who cares? Like
Yeah.
I think that just makes it more sustainable for us, because otherwise we would never be able to keep doing it regularly, because we'd just be so stressed out, or it would just take
Yeah.
the joy out of it. And
Yeah.
it's like, this is who we are. We are chaotic. We have a 3-year-old. Like it or leave it. So I
Yeah.
think we just kind of started being more intentional with how we filmed things, and then just got a little less worried about mistakes, if you want to call them that. And it just made it easier, I think.
I'd say that too, and then also just the vibes from being in the park.
Yeah.
I mean, you're walking around, you're having a blast filming. It's like it's just easy to talk about it.
Right.
Living in the moment in the parks and on the rides, and eating the food and snacks. It's just easier.
Mhm.
For me. I don't
Yeah.
know how to explain it, but
And I don't know if this is the same for you or you, like anyone who does this, but I feel like once you kind of start diving into content creation, you kind of just look at everything differently. Like everything actually is like, oh, normally I would just be walking around, but now I look and I say, oh, I'm going to take a picture of that, or I'm going to take a quick video of that, because that can be art, if you want to call it that, or it can be like content for somebody or something. So I just think it's kind of cool how it opens your eyes to just like different ways to see things.
Definitely.
And then also it's cool because at the end of the day, we're documenting our lives. We're documenting Margot's life.
Yeah.
So, we're such a digital age. This will be around, it's scary to say that, forever. Like, I don't know.
Will be.
Yikes, we're going to be 7 years old and be like, oh my gosh, that was embarrassing. Why did I do that with my hair? But it's cool that, we can go back and see those things. Because, like, I sit here and I show Margot pictures and videos of her when she was 1. And she's like, oh my gosh, little baby Margot. And it's just cool because we don't have that, It's,
No,
yeah.
it's
we
very
don't
true.
have that. And I just think it changes everything, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, you mentioned something on the podcast with Anthony that I thought you hit the nail on the head. You mentioned going to Disney parks, Weston, when you were younger, and your dad walking around with the old school camcorders.
Right?
He had the VHS in there that he had to rewind, and so on and so forth. And when you think about it, I've mentioned it on another podcast as well. Like vlogging is exactly the same thing. It's just a little bit more accessible these days. Like you don't have to
Yeah.
rewind that tape. It's just a click, press, but you're doing the same thing. And I know personally from my experience, I've got tons of footage squirreled away in an attic in my parents' house of Disney trips, early 90s, and just growing up and life
Yeah.
and so on and
Yeah.
so forth. And they are just stuck in a box in the attic.
Right.
Because who has a VHS these days to be able to play these things? Like,
Right.
but never, unless you try and convert it, and I know you can these days.
Yeah.
You're never going to see those again. But with things like this, with cloud now and everything, and Sarah, you would know the line of work that you're in, you will be able to see this. And Margot, we will be able to see this as she grows up. And
Yeah.
you say,
Yeah.
"Oh, remember the time when we went there?" Yeah, I'll just click a button and we can see that. It's
Yeah.
an amazing
which
time to
is-
be alive, really.
Yeah, when she's
Yeah.
got boys, when she starts dating, I want to be like, don't make me pull out this
Yeah.
vlog.
Yeah,
Yeah.
don't. That's a ways away. Let's not talk about that yet.
I'm gonna show this one. Or her kids one day, they're gonna be like, "Oh my gosh, mom, this is embarrassing." So it's a
You
little
got
fun
sweet
to think
16
of.
pies, you got 21 pies. Whenever they want that little pinch of parent
Yeah.
embarrassment, then we can just press play.
Yes, and viewing party, we got. So yeah, in our back pocket for
That's a
when
good
we need it.
segue actually to what I wanted to jump on, especially like talking parent to parent, because obviously we've got different dynamics when we go to Disney
Mhm.
parks, mainly due to travel. Um, but you guys went to Disney parks pre-Margot together, right?
Mhm.
How is it now as being a parent trying to navigate parks and obviously navigate the stages like you mentioned on Anthony's podcast that Margot was there at 3 months and obviously now she's 3 years. How has it
Yeah.
changed over the years as a parent and child?
I think I'll talk on like pre Margot. We would stay out all night and close down the parks and check
Party.
out Happily Ever After and hit all the rides and just pretty much do everything. Now it's we have to kind of pick and choose because I think you said it earlier. Time's kind of limited. The hours are quick once you're in the park. So I
Yeah.
think that's really the major difference.
hmm
Um,
I would
you know,
agree. I mean, I still think that we're not necessarily the people that are like, okay, we have to be there rope drop to close. Like if we're tired, we're like, whatever, we're just gonna go back to the room. So I think we still kind of operate the same in that sense. We're definitely more intentional with what we do. We do lightning lanes, because we're not going to stand in line for 60, 90 minutes for a ride, especially because
Yeah.
Margot's at a strange age where like transitions are weird. 3-year-olds are weird. And so it's like she might all of a sudden freak out and not want to go on her little clamshell on Ariel and like we have to leave. So
yeah.
it's funny because everybody's like, oh, it's going to be easier once they get older. And I'm like, actually, when she was a little baked potato and she just sat in her stroller, it was a lot easier. Now she's wants to be out of the stroller, wants to be in it, doesn't want it to be.
Yeah.
It's just been kind of like a literal roller coaster ride, and kind of just catering to her to an extent to just make sure we all have a good time and it is magical.
Definitely more characters now as
For
well. And
sure.
as you said, when she was a baked potato, we could do, I remember riding Pirates with her and she wasn't phased at all.
Right.
She just was
Yeah.
just sitting there,
Like, can you hear? Like,
Now when if we try and do Pirates now, once it starts getting dark, she gets
she's
a little
nervous.
timid. So I feel like now instead of doing it's kind of shifted more towards character dining,
Yeah.
versus rides and
Yeah, and
things of
just kind
that
of like
nature.
walking around. And I like the rides, but I'm not as like gung ho on them. So I'm always
Mhm.
fine for him to go ride his rides, and I'll just go shop. That's what I do.
Sarah,
Oops, we got another
That's a
Pandora shop.
compromise. Yeah.
Yeah,
Good
I'm
compromise.
Sarah's a scaredy cat. That's where Mario gets it from.
one of her many amazing traits. She got invited. Yay. But I think it'll shift. It'll all shift. And I think when she gets to be like 5 and we can take her to Bippity Boppity Boutique or something,
Yeah.
it's just going to be totally different.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
So
We saw the difference in Penny from 2022 when she was what was she then like just 3 and then going in 24 into her 5th birthday. She had her 5th birthday out there and we went to
oh, cool.
Akashus in Epcot and did the princess
Oh,
dining
yes,
Yeah.
breakfast.
Uh-huh.
And it was just phenomenal way to spend
Yeah.
a birthday. I don't know how we're going to top that on any birthday now, unfortunately. Like I said the other day on the podcast previous that the year after it was like a birthday and we were kind of looking at each other thinking like God, we really spoiled her last year. What do we do? We can't just like
Right.
take her out for a nice dinner. She's gonna be like, where's my
Right.
princesses?
Little house is growing up. I don't want it.
But no,
Not.
the difference between those like few years with Penny
Mhm.
was fundamentally different. Like
Yeah.
it was and Noah actually as well was going to be interesting in this time because when he went, obviously he was a babe in arms, just strap him onto a carrier, and he just looks at colours and makes a little sound. Whereas now he's a full blown, nearly 3-year-old tearing around boy. So
Boy, that's
if
the
it's going to be interesting, it's going to be an interesting time. If anyone's going to, try and pull down Mickey's trousers or jump out of the small world boat, it's probably going to be him. So you'll probably see us on the news if you don't make it down in August.
oh my gosh, we're like,
I know now.
I'll
please
get the
don't
camera
do it in
away.
a small world boat. I'm so terrified of people who like you see in the news where they're like, so and so got mad when the ride shut down and they got out, and I'm like, they're so executed. Like you do
I know.
realize like that's not what you do.
Yeah. This isn't natural. There is definitely machinery underneath. Do not put your foot down in the water.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nope. So yeah, let's not do that. Crazy.
How about Margot and in herself? Like, obviously, when they're babies, you're
Mhm.
taking them with them. They're obviously experiencing it from a sensory perspective, and where better from a sensory perspective than somewhere like Walt Disney World. But now she's a little bit better. Obviously, the communication development's coming on.
Yeah.
How is it from her perspective to you? Is she letting you know? Is she like, I want to go on Small World, that's my favorite. I want to see this character, that's my favorite. She dictates
Yeah.
where your day is.
Mhm. To an extent, it's funny because she kind of, sorry, I'm not trying to like take over,
No,
but
you-
she loves the teacups. Like
Mhm.
that
Awesome.
is her thing. The mouse in the middle, up, down, he goes, pops up, down. Like she loves that. I don't know what you call it, carousel, merry-go-round. I don't know what people call it, but she loves
Carousel, yeah.
that.
Carousel.
Cool.
So things, I feel like it's like things where she can see out, where it's light, she loves. And she is letting us know more what,
Yeah.
and she'll let us know if she doesn't want to do something for sure. But yeah, she's definitely more vocal and she understands more.
She loves the castle, seeing the
Mhm.
castle. Again, characters right now. We usually watch, other vloggers and things before we go down.
Yeah.
And she'll say like, oh, Elsa, I want to see Elsa or Olaf. And so that's kind of how we'll plan around. Like, all right, this time we're going to go see Olaf or
Yeah.
go to character dining where she can see Daisy. So
Nice.
yeah, she's definitely getting more, she's communicating with us more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She
Yeah, good.
get it. It's just so sweet, you know?
Yeah, it is. It's the reason why I pay the money to go over. It's why we're paying the thousands of pounds and thousands of dollars once converted to get over in August, because as soon as they look up and you see their eyes looking at a castle or a princess or a Mickey,
Yeah.
or you're just like, yeah, it was worth being in debt for the rest of my life. Yeah, fair
Yeah.
play.
It's so
So true.
real.
So true.
It's so real to them. And it's like, this is our niece, my sister's daughter. Like, this was pre Margot. We had
Oh,
gone
yeah.
and we got on the Frozen ride. And I would say Harper was probably about 3 or 4. And, she sees Olaf and she was like waving her arm. Olaf! Like, she was just so, like, that was Olaf. He was there. I don't want to say in the flesh, that he's not in the snow. And he was real to her. And it just is one of those things where it's like, I'm going to remember that forever. And I think you will
Yeah.
too. And it's,
Yeah.
I mean, she might not, there's all the people, they don't remember it. But it's like, we have that memory of them just being so happy. That's the
Yeah.
thing. It's happiness. It's pure just joy. And so I think it's really cool.
I think the best memory for me so far was when we were at Grand Floridian. And so we were actually going to the pool, and the elevator door opens up. We kind of hang a right, and we didn't even see what was going on over here. Margot just kind of takes off on a beeline.
Oh, God.
We're like, whoa, where's she going? And she marches straight up to Daisy. They were doing the where the characters come in the lobby and you can go get pictures with them.
Yeah, sure.
The character mobile or whatever they do. And she just marches straight up to Daisy behind her, and she's like, hi, Daisy. And like the cast members, everybody turned around and looked, and they're just like, oh my God. Like,
She was like purple bathing suit, pink little sandals, so she like matched. It was just so sweet. We're like, oh my gosh, like she was just a little adult. She just walked over there on her own.
because
Like,
at that time she was a little, like you say, a little timid.
Yeah.
She, character, she was a little iffy with him, but she
Yeah.
went off on her own, straight up to him. It was such a cool moment.
she was like, bump these Mary Poppins penguins that are around the fountain. I don't care about those anymore. Daisy's here. Yeah, that's what we want. So yeah, no, that was a really special moment. Oh,
And at that point where you just like, okay, phones out. When can we come again? Should we book in
Oh, for
for?
sure.
Immediately.
This is it. This is it.
Well, I mean, to be fully transparent, like today, it's funny because today is our 1 year house anniversary that we moved into this house. But
Congratulations.
thank you. We were under like contract on a house in Florida. Like we were
Yeah, I
going
remember you
to
saying
move
at the
there.
time. Yeah, yeah,
But things just were too difficult, and it got to the point where we're like, all right, this is stealing the joy out of it. So I mean, like we
yeah,
literally were gonna live there. Like that's how much we enjoy it. So
yeah.
Yeah, that whole process was crazy. I mean, like Sarah said, I mean, our house was listed. We were under contract with a house in Florida, contingent on our house selling in North Carolina. And for whatever reason, it just wouldn't sell.
yeah,
I mean, like
Right.
at all. We lowered the price so much and still nothing. So we were like, you know what? Maybe this just isn't the time. Let's take it off the
Hmm.
market. And maybe what, 2 months later,
yeah.
we were like, let's throw it back on the market. And it
All
went under
right.
contract
We
like
literally were
so quick.
signing DocuSigns in Disney.
Really?
But
We were
Wow.
there.
yeah, but at the time we had kind of decided that like, hey, maybe this isn't time to Florida. So we were looking at this house
Yeah.
and ended
Yeah.
up just basically moving to a different house here in Wilmington. So I don't know, maybe in the future we'll
It's hard not to be like, oh, we still want to be there. We still want to be there. You know, it's one of those things. You just kind of play it by ear. It's
yeah,
just a
Yeah.
house. You know, you can. It sounds crazy to say that. If you want to be somewhere else, you can make it happen. So I think
Yeah.
we just continue to do what we're doing. And
yeah,
if the bug is still there, then we can explore it. But luckily, it's easy enough to get there as frequently as we do.
yeah.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. It's just a
Hey,
drive, right? Just a drive. Just an 8 hour
oh,
drive.
Oh my gosh.
we have a direct flight actually from Wilmington to Orlando to
Oh,
MCO.
okay. Yeah.
But with Margot her age, it's a little tough flying.
Yeah.
So probably here in the next year, we're gonna start utilizing flights
Yeah.
versus traveling. Just,
Cool.
a lot quicker.
Yeah.
What's
Yeah.
what's the like gauge the affordability on flights? Is it low cost? Is it
Yeah,
because
they have.
flights going into Florida, I assume even domestically is probably a bit more of a premium than other states, but is it
Mhm.
astronomical or
It depends on who you fly. So
right?
if you book American Airlines, depending on when you book, could
Hmm.
be a couple $100 for one person. But they
Okay.
do have Breeze Airlines, which is their I forget what you call them, the
Why is that? Like the word is not in my, it's not coming to, it's like, I don't want to say it's like an economy. It's just like a,
Like a
yeah,
budget?
it's yeah, exactly. They
Yeah.
have Breeze, and then they used to have a Velo, but they
mhm,
actually
Mm.
just left our airport. But Breeze is still doing the direct flight.
mhm.
You can book those for I think like $80.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
okay, not too bad. Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
I mean, obviously, if you have bags, you have to add all that stuff on. But I mean, even
Sure.
still, it's really affordable,
Mm.
I would say. I mean, if you were going to think, you could kind of compare it to gas. It's just less
Oh yeah.
travel time, I
yeah,
guess. But yeah, no, definitely once Margot's, it's because the car seat situation is kind of tough, and we're not going to
Yeah, I
float
get
that
it.
around. It's
Yeah.
just, yeah. But once she's a little older, I definitely think that's what we'll utilize for sure. Because yeah, here's your iPad, just chill. We'll get there
Yeah.
in 2 hours.
Get
be
you there
there.
quicker.
Yeah,
Get you there
it's an hour
quicker.
flight.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's quick.
Cool.
Yeah.
So it's just an up and down. It sounds very similar to what we would be to, say, Charles de Gaulle in Paris to get to Disneyland Paris.
Okay. Yeah.
We can drive to a local airport. Bristol is about
Mm,
maybe an hour away from where we are now.
Hmm.
And then the flight down to Charles de Gaulle is another hour. So we could be over in Disneyland Paris in about 2 to 3 hours.
Cool.
Whereas if we were to drive it, it would be nearly bang on you guys going to Florida. It's a
crazy.
4 hour trip to the port we've got to get over or take the tunnel, and then it's a 4 hour
Mhm.
drive from Calais down to Paris. So it's very similar in that regard. But of
Yeah.
course, when you go to Paris, you're only going there for 3 4 nights tops, and an
Yeah.
8 hour journey for 3 4 nights with two little ones is not on
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
not my
Tough.
to-do list just now.
Yeah.
We did it once with Penny, and it worked out fine. But I think with two in tow, it might be a little bit different. Might have to wait
Yeah.
till they're a little bit older.
Yeah. What's
Yeah.
the flight situation like? Do y'all have kind of similar as well? Is it pretty expensive for a short flight, or do they have options?
It's definitely varied, yeah, depending on who you go. We've got the budget sort of breeze equivalent with
Okay.
EasyJet over here, and We've got Ryanair, which is another one, and there's a few that have popped up recently
Mm.
that are competing on the value sort of airline front.
Yeah.
And then you've got your BA, who obviously will do it as well. Your British Airways, Virgin don't go that way. They're specifically long haul, so they'll head
Gotcha.
your way instead of over the channel. So it very much is who you pick and how much comfort you want for
Right.
Right.
your hour journey or whatever. If you I just want a seat and I just want to get there, then there's a few budget options that once you come over for sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah,
Good deal.
yeah. And luckily coming your way over long haul, the likes of Virgin and British Airways, and we've got a Norwegian airline as well that does it. They're all pretty comfortable, all pretty much the same. There's
Yeah.
a lot of comparison as you have in social media and travel fanatics about this one's better, that one's better, that one's a deal, and so on and so forth. You get more for your buck on this one, but honestly, they're just means to getting back to the destination you want to get to.
Mhm.
Right.
If it's got a little screen in the front of your chair, or
Right.
you've been able to connect onto Wi-Fi and play on tablets, then it's no hardship really.
Yeah.
Right.
Just get me there safely. That's all we ask.
Right.
Exactly, yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Awesome. Right, heading on to 2026. Obviously, you guys have just come back from the magic again, and you were able to experience, as you mentioned earlier, Flower and Garden on day one.
Yeah.
How is the latest Epcot festival? How was day one?
It was a blast. That was
Yeah.
my first from like actually doing like opening day.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
And to be honest, I don't feel like it was as crowded as I expected it to be, but also I think because we were there earlier in the day.
Yeah, we
Right.
went early. The booths don't really open up until about 11 o'clock, 11:30. We went in, I think around 9, started doing a couple things, hit a couple booths right as they opened. Was pretty warm this day. We talked about earlier the AC. Oh man, it hits. Um, but after being in the sun for a little while, it was like, okay, like, Margot's getting worn out. She was tearing the playgrounds up, which was cool.
Those little red cheeks,
Yeah.
you were like, all right, we need to get you inside. Like, you need to calm
Yeah.
down.
Sweet. We dipped out early. We didn't get to do as much as we wanted, but
Right.
absolutely awesome. Opening day was a blast, and I'm with Sarah. It didn't seem too busy. Saw a lot of the big content creators, the big vloggers. Ran into
Yes.
Nate
Yeah,
from
like I
Page
said,
Miss
someone you were
Mara.
able to meet. Yeah, awesome.
Yeah, yeah.
Awesome one
Freaked
experience.
Yeah,
Like,
super. He was super nice, super
Yeah.
cool. Shout out to Nate.
Yeah.
No, it was cool. I think we both agree that that's our favorite festival. It's just so
Really?
pretty. The flowers are awesome. I will say I'm a little bummed out because the little butterfly exhibit, they weren't
Yeah.
hatched. I guess that's what happens. Butterflies hatch.
Okay.
So there was like one flying around. So I would
Right.
not hate going back and seeing them in full bloom. And it's really cool. I don't know if you've been in there, but it's really
Yes.
neat
Yeah.
to just be surrounded by a bunch of butterflies. So
Yeah.
that was kind of like, but
We'll definitely go back before the festival's over with.
Yeah.
We love the Garden Rocks party,
Yeah.
the concert they put on.
Yes. Oh, awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, so, definitely going to go back and try and see some people for that. I love Flock of Seagulls,
yes.
Yeah.
and I ran from Guardians of the
Oh,
Galaxy. So I want to go back and try and see them. We did that
Yeah.
2 years ago, I think.
I think so. And I'm just like laughing in my head because I was at the concert where we were like, cool, yeah, we did it. And then there were kids like afterwards walking by, like, who was that? And we're like,
No, that was
and there was definitely a band that was like,
it's
I
a bit.
guess.
She's everything you
Who
want.
is that?
She's everything you need. I forget
Mm.
whoever sings that song.
Yeah.
Not sure.
No.
But yeah, we were like, okie dokie, guess we're old then. We were out there like having a blast, like singing every single word. I don't know how they're still in our brain, but I was like, okay, we're old now, but whatever.
Well,
Whatever.
we saw last year. Was it last year? Yeah, it was last year. They had like not in Flower and Garden, but for Food and Wine Festival, they had Newfound Glory and
Yeah.
Mhm.
Bowling for Soup were there. Obviously,
Heck
showing
yeah.
my age a little bit, but just they seem to be getting bigger names, and obviously obviously the Beach Boys have gone through a few iterations, but the Beach Boys were there as well. That's incredible. Like they're certainly drawing a lot of, well, certainly nostalgic bands from our perspective, but also some big names are heading to these concerts and the
Yeah.
festivals now. It's great to
Yeah.
see.
I know Simple Plan was big last year.
Simple Plan.
I
Yeah.
just saw that they played like a couple nights. Like I think they're playing now, maybe. But there
Ooh,
was a,
as we
a
speak.
massive crowd out for it. So
Yeah.
yeah, no, definitely some good bands coming
Yeah,
for
definitely. Great
sure.
to see. I did hear, I was speaking to a couple that I've friends with over here. They come from Scotland. Shout out to Ashley and Darren. They went to see, I think it was Bowling for Soup, and they said the crowds outside that American pavilion where the stage was insane.
Yeah,
Insane. There's a lot of crowd wanting to get into that bit, and I guess that's something they've got to think about if they're gonna bring all of these big bands. They've got to
Yeah.
make sure they've got the space to still have that park flow as well as the people
yeah.
who want to go and see it,
Right.
because
Yeah.
there's a lot of people that pack into those festivals. That's for sure.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it
Yeah.
was it's a blast. Like I said, we didn't get to listen to the concerts when we were there, but when we
Mm,
go back for sure. Definitely a lot of food that I
Hmm.
wanna try
yeah.
that we didn't get to hit, but yeah, it was a blast opening day for sure.
I guess I kind of forgot, but over in the UK they have little concerts and stuff too.
Yeah, it's
I think
Yeah.
they're like tucked back, like
yeah.
across from Crown and Rose and Crown. We always say it wrong.
Yeah,
It could be
Rose and
right
Crown.
in front of us, and we're gonna say it wrong. Like I don't know why, but we do. Yeah. So right across there, the little like garden. It's
It's where you meet Winnie the Pooh.
yeah.
I
Those
think there's
Yeah,
some
yeah.
like local bands and
they're
stuff. Yeah.
fun.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool. I'm glad they're using that area because they used to have a British band there. I don't know if they still do it, but they used to have a band called the British Invasion. They used to be
Mhm.
there.
Yeah.
And there's been a few different bands there. So I'm glad they're still putting music into that sort of little
Yeah.
back area of the UK
It's
Yeah.
anyway.
fun.
I love that
Yeah,
spot. It's a
cool.
cool spot back there. It's easy to forget about and just walk past. So I'm
Yeah,
with you. It's cool that they're kind of, you hear music and what's back there,
We
yeah.
stop to
venture
get the
in. So
Pims and go get some tunes. That's what we
yeah,
Pims, I love
do.
it. I love it when I
Mhm.
saw you drinking Pims
Oh,
and you messaged me about it.
so
I was like, the window
so,
for drinking Pims over here is probably about 5 days maybe
oh,
because
yeah.
of the
it's like fall
sunshine.
here. Yeah, no, they're good. They're so
Funny story. So
Yeah,
like we went with her brother-in-law and sister. Scott. He's from Leeds, and
yeah,
we popped in there to get a drink, and he ordered the Pim's cup, and we were like, what is that?
yeah.
It wasn't on the menu at the
right.
time. I don't know if they like maybe switch out menus or what, but it
Right.
wasn't on the menu this time.
Okay.
And one by one, every single person in there was like, "Oh my God, what is that?" You smell the
Yeah.
mint
Or
and
literally like
Yeah.
letting
what's
people take it
delicious,
to
and
try, and the bartenders are probably like,
so
I
it
have to
just
pull one more spin. Like, and I'm like, they does.
Someone asked for a pint. All I need to do is pull this lever. Just
yeah.
Here we go, blowing it up. But I,
I swear it was like one by one wildfire. Everybody started ordering it, and
yeah,
then we actually went back like I don't know, maybe a month or two after this trip, and
yeah.
they had put it on their menu. So like
Nice.
we always joke like, "Oh, Scott put Pim's Cup on their menu."
yeah, yep. So,
Oh, awesome.
oh, they're good.
I
They are.
love
They
it.
are. To be fair, they are refreshing, and I joke about how long our summer is over here when we're actually able to call it refreshing instead of just a drink. But yeah, I can see that in Epcot and the Floridian Heat, a
Oh, for
Pimm's Cup
sure.
working for
Oh,
sure,
it's
definitely.
perfect. Yeah.
Get a
Yeah,
little fish and chips, fish and dirks, whichever
Yeah.
Scott
yeah,
calls it. But no, it's good. It's just like that's like a perfect little spot. Like
Yeah.
you can get all your things checked off: food, drink. I love it.
Yeah.
yeah.
That spot.
Then venture over to France and get a croque glace.
Croque glace. I
Yeah,
can't ever
same
say
thing.
it, but they're so good. Mm.
What is that, the ice cream thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Yes, yes. I haven't
you have
had
to
it.
try it. You have to
Is it
try
good?
it.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're good.
I've seen it on vlogs and I can't picture it, like in your palm.
Mhm.
Yeah.
My brain can't fathom the context of it all.
It's
Strange.
We
it's a
will.
little messy for sure with certain
I
Yeah.
bet
things,
it
but
is. I
yeah.
bet it is.
But just, yeah, once you try it, you're going to be like, oh my gosh, my dessert heaven gates have opened. It's so good.
I'm sh
So good.
I'm sure we're mispronouncing how you actually say it, but
Yeah.
Hey, we're neighbours to France, and I could murder any sort of French language or
yeah,
wording. There's no way. There's no way. It's a tough language to
Yeah.
ask.
yeah.
Hats off to them. And obviously, talking away from desserts and Pim's cups, you're a matcha man now.
Oh my gosh. You're welcome.
That's a true story. That was my first one. I've always just been like a all iced coffee or
Yeah,
espresso, something like that. I've never had the matcha.
I've never had it. Never had it.
It's not
Yeah,
bad. It's good. I will say it was very very light. The
yeah,
flavors that they had, it was like very berry for the flower and garden.
yeah.
You could definitely taste the kind of the fruity, the berry syrup that they
Nice.
used.
Yeah,
Wasn't too heavy. I mean, I liked it. It was good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
A little
yeah.
alternative, but yeah, sorry. I was like, oh boy, here I go. I can't help it. A song is gonna pop into my head, and I actually ran with it. I was shocked. So yeah, hashtag Larger Man.
Not bust a tune out every once in a while. It might not be the the best sounding, but I'll sing along.
It's fine. Yeah.
I want to see it on a t-shirt next time we're in the park.
Heck yeah.
It's
Yes.
actually a great idea.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
man, let's have a little matcha cup below it.
Yep.
And I was watching it with Loz, and she said straight away that she's with you, Sarah. She's a hazelnut latte girl.
Ugh,
That's her drink when it comes to caffeine. So she
so
was
good.
more inclined for the hazelnut.
Oh my gosh. And for some reason, it's always like specifically Epcot's Joffrey's. Like when I
Love
get
it.
it, it's like it's kind of almost still warm. It's so fresh. And then it
Mm,
starts to get mixed up and it's just so good.
Slaps.
It slaps.
Yeah.
Gets me all
yeah.
jazzy. I love it.
How do you guys find? Because we make a big deal about Joffrey's over here. Especially there's a big there's a big divide of the British Disney community in Joffrey's or Starbucks. Is
Oh,
it
Yeah.
a thing over there for you guys? Are you team blue or team white? Does it work like that?
I mean, I would say so. You see it on TikTok and social media and stuff.
Mm,
For us, when we're home, I mean, obviously we don't have Joffrey's in North
right.
Carolina, so it's like we'll get Starbucks or maybe a local coffee. But when we're in Disney, it's like you can't get this at home, so we're
Right.
always
yeah,
like we're going
And a
Joffrey's.
yeah.
massive
Same.
donut.
Yeah.
And the
Yeah.
donuts, yes. Still
Yes,
haven't
they're
had it.
so good.
Gotta try them. Gotta try them. Is there a
Yes.
preference between the blue and the pink one? Because I know they're the two favorites.
I mean, I think pink. But the one with like the cookies and cream one where it's got like just regular white icing and then little pieces of
Yeah.
Oreo,
Yeah.
I would never say no to that either.
Yeah.
So, no, they're really good. And I feel like Homer Simpson, I feel like with the big like blue or pink one. Because yeah, they have the big old donuts. That's what I feel like every single time. But
If you
mm,
ask Margot, it's 100% pink.
oh
She
yeah.
wants pink.
Pink.
Yeah. Yeah.
As
Something
long as
about
they're
pink icing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Penny's the
yeah.
same. She loves pink icing over everything else.
Right
It's
on.
that red dye we do.
That's it. Yeah.
Yay. Can you do?
Well, apart from the festival, what was the other highlights of this trip when you were down there? Did you make any new like visits to different attractions or obviously
Yeah.
new things tried? What was the highlight?
Yeah, I would say so. We went and did. I spoke earlier, kind of doing more character dining and
Hmm.
Hmm.
characters for Margot. So we tried Hollywood and Vine this
Oh,
trip.
nice. Cool.
Yeah, it was good time. We got a vlog on it that'll come out soon as well. Characters are great. The atmosphere is great. Food's a little. It's
It's
not
just
not
not.
the best.
It's not that it's to me personally. It's not that it wasn't good. It just didn't match what my brain expected. It was like
Right.
Fair. Yeah.
roasted Brussels sprouts and like just. I was expecting it to be like French fries and you know what I mean, just kind of like a
Yeah.
diner kind of feel
Yeah.
it, but it was
Yeah.
not
Sure.
that. It was fine.
Yeah.
But I think personally, and I think you might agree, the atmosphere was really what it was. Because, character dining, it's like you can tell they'll be like, and go, let Goofy go. They're like timing it, but they were
Right.
just like roaming around. They did not care. And so it felt
Yeah.
just kind of very free
Yeah.
flowing. And I think that was
I
nice. It felt relaxed.
I don't know if it's
Mm,
because it's maybe a smaller section where we were sitting, but I felt like we saw them multiple times and got to
Hmm.
spend quite a bit of
that's
time with
good.
them.
Yeah.
Excuse me, each
Yeah.
time, yeah. But overall experience was awesome. And again, that was our first time. Enjoyed it. We'll go back for
Hmm.
the experience. But as far as the food, it's yeah,
We
it's
weren't
it's
writing
it's
home about it.
yeah. Well, yeah,
Yeah.
we'll say
Yeah.
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we did Boma for breakfast.
Okay. I'm intrigued. I'm
Yeah.
intrigued. What
Yeah.
did you
Oh
think?
man, so good. Like
Really?
yeah,
Yeah.
top notch. Like hands down, probably the best buffet for sure.
Mm.
Wow.
Um,
Okay.
And that was also our first time. So we, mentioned we haven't stayed at Animal Kingdom, haven't done a
Yeah.
review on it. That was our first time actually going to Animal Kingdom
Like,
Lodge.
period.
Oh
Yeah.
wow, cool, cool. What did
So
you think? Did it blow you away?
absolutely.
Oh yeah, and
Yeah.
I just want to see the animals. Like, it's so cool. I loved it. So that was like a really cool aspect of it too. It does have that like grandiose feel of when you go into, I'm always going to get them wrong.
Wilderness Lodge.
Wilderness Lodge. I
Wilderness
want to call
Lodge,
one
yeah.
Fort
I do the
Wilderness, the
same.
other.
Yeah.
It's just so like big when you go in. So it was really cool. But the food was great. The staff, the cast members, they were really, really accommodating because we were having a rough morning with Margot. It was kind of loud. She didn't want to go in, and
Yeah.
they actually let us take her in her stroller, which is not
Yeah.
normally what they do, but they let her sit in her stroller at the table, and it was just really nice.
Cool.
And the food, I feel like the buffet was like just really large, like lots of options.
Tons of options, kind of unique options as well. And, some of the unique ones that doesn't sound too good, but it was absolutely delicious.
Yeah.
I'm not a cottage cheese guy, but there was
No.
one dish. It was cottage cheese, like a spice chutney, and then something that you mix it together. It was delicious, and it's just something I would like. Never think to that combination together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was absolutely delicious. But
I
yeah,
only ever hear good things about Boma.
Mhm.
I do.
have you been yet or?
No. We stayed in the DVC wing, the Kidani wing, back in 2018, but we didn't eat anywhere on site. We
Mm,
were obviously just eating in the parks. It was pre-kids, so we didn't really utilize the resort as much as we probably should have done.
right.
Um, we went to the quick service that was in Jambo. I think it's called the Mara. We went down there
Mhm.
for just to pick up a little grab and go before we shot back out to a park. But yeah, when I came back and speaking to people on this and through the socials, they all say the same thing about Boma. I know Luke
Yeah.
from
Yeah.
Disload. He says it's the best beef he's ever tasted in that place. So it's on our list. It's on our list. We're
There's
heading back there in August, so hopefully we get to do it.
Yes.
You'll love it. The little turkey carving is funny. There's just a guy there, on vacation. No idea who he was. I'm standing behind him. He turns around. He's like, "This mustard is to die for," and just
Wow,
like walks
really?
off. So I'm like, I have to try it now.
You have to, yeah, yeah, just for
Like,
science, yeah.
like a sweet but spicy mustard that you put on the turkey. It
Yeah.
was incredible.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice.
But Sarah talked on a little bit. The cast members really made our morning that day
Yeah.
because
Yeah,
It's
good.
so understanding.
Margaret was really. I mean, we had our reservation, table was ready, and I was walking up to tell them like, "Hey, we're gonna have to cancel
She was like
this." Like, just I
screaming.
mean, full blown
Yeah,
meltdown, and the guy was like, "No, we can't have that. You're here. We can't cancel it." He's like, "Let me see if I can, get it worked out where you can just take your stroller."
Yeah.
And they did. We sat, ate, had a great breakfast. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I went on the mobile app and did a
Compliment.
compliment for
Oh
the
yeah,
cast member or whatever. So yeah,
yeah, yeah.
shout out to them.
I mean, that's what makes these trips so much more elevated, isn't it? That's the
Absolutely.
extra spice on top, which really
Yeah.
makes a Disney
Right.
trip.
Yeah.
Because they can't help it. Kids can't help it. We're having our own meltdowns, but we can tell people how we're feeling. So
Right.
it's like Disney's supposed to be fun for kids. Like, they're allowed to be their human self too. So it's just
Absolutely.
nice. It's like
Yeah,
you don't even feel like you have to apologize, which is comforting.
yeah,
So
Yeah.
I'll definitely go back. You
yeah.
can come if
Well,
you'd like.
Oh, thank you. Thanks.
come with us in August. We'll book a table. Yeah.
Let's go.
If you know what's popping up behind you, you've been warned. For sure.
Is that table of nine? Is that what we need? Eight?
Yeah, yeah. What are we? We're four
Four?
this side, so yeah,
Four?
we're,
Oh,
yeah.
seven. Yeah.
Gosh.
So
Can't
yeah,
count.
I
Yeah.
know. Yeah, that's all good. Yeah, we can stretch out. It's fine. We'll take the table of 9.
Yeah,
You
right.
might still need a
With
stroller. Who knows? She might be stuck.
hey, with 3 kids in tow, we need all space we can get, don't we?
Yeah. That would actually be so fun. No, I want to do it.
No, I'm serious. I'm serious. When you guys come, man, we'll probably shoot down and say
Yeah.
hello. So yeah, that'd be
That'd be
cool.
awesome. That would be
Yeah.
awesome. Yeah, yeah, definitely. And I need someone to go on Tower of Terror again with me because it's been a few years. Loz will not go on it, and
Y'all
Penny will
enjoy.
not go on it. So I need someone. And Noah's a little bit too young, so it looks like it's me and you, Weston.
Hey, let's do it. You guys sound a lot like us. Sarah won't do Tron or Guardians. So
No, it's like it's funny because like I think Tron hadn't come out yet and I was still pregnant. I was like, I want to ride Tron, I want Tron. And
Yeah.
it comes out and then I have Margot and instantly I'm like, no, it's like my brain shifted
Yeah.
into like, Mom, don't do Danger Zone. And I'm just
Yeah.
convinced it's gonna like break and I'm gonna fly it.
Yeah.
Is that gonna
Yeah.
happen?
no.
No.
Loz
But
is
it would
exactly
be.
the same. Exactly the same. She was a horse rider, like before pre-kids, and then as soon as Penny came along, she was like, I'm not going on that size of animal again because now I'm a
That's
mum.
so funny.
It
Yeah.
is. It's the same sort of thing, and she goes into a theme park, and that same sort of fear hits as well. So yeah, you're not
Oh my
alone
gosh,
for
she's like
sure.
my best friend, apparently.
Same coffee and hates
Yeah,
rides. Yeah, yeah. You're the
yeah,
same person.
I love that. So she's awesome. I love cool.
So apart from our trip in August, because it's now our trip, um, any other
Yes.
plans? Any other plans that I know in the vlog you mentioned maybe not heading down to the Magic too much in 2026, and I get the reasons why with the construction, but
Mhm.
anything in the pipeline at the minute?
I'm kind of chatting with my brothers right now. We may do as I mentioned, we grew up going to Disney, pretty much every year. So they're big Disney fans as well. So we may do a guys trip, just a brothers trip, the end of this
Cool.
month. TBD, to be determined. I've been kind of looking at, sometimes we'll do like day vacation rentals or some of the confirmed reservations through DVC,
Yeah, sure.
because we're not DVC members. So I've been looking at some things there. There's a couple bookings that look interesting, but nothing finalized or locked in right now.
And then I know, so it's funny because we have conferences with work, and sometimes they
Mm.
just so happen to be. I guess it's technically Florida, but we're like they're at Disney. So I know he has one that's coming up more close to the fall. So we're probably going to utilize that, just kind of extend that.
Cool.
And I did get registered for the second year in a row for the Wine and Dine. I'm just doing the
Yes.
10K. Um, so 6 miles,
Just doing a
whatever.
10K.
Just doing the 10K.
Just
I know.
just
I'm just gonna
a
say it that
small
way.
10K.
No, but
Hats off to you as someone who, I've mentioned it to you already on socials. I cannot run unless there is a board in front of me and
oh
enjoy it.
gosh,
So
that's
the
so
fact
fun.
that you can go and do 10K just on a whim like that, hats off
I
to you.
it's so fun, but so it's just fun because that race specifically falls on my birthday. So it's
Ah,
kind of
cool. It's
like who
meant to be.
wants to wake up at 2 in the morning to go run a race? Me, I'll do it. But I'm just counting down. It's like every single day on my work calendar, I have like check RunDisney because Tuesday next week, Weston has decided he's going to attempt to register for the Dopey challenge with me for next year.
Oh, wow.
And he's
Really?
not a runner, really, so he's probably gonna like. We're gonna end up on Snapped. He's gonna be like, "She made me do it," like all the training. But yeah, it'll be a fun
It'll
time.
be fun. I'm actually, I hope we get registered for it.
Yeah, yeah,
But Sarah said running. I'm just not a big runner. I played soccer in college, so if I'm
yeah,
if I'm doing something, yeah, absolutely, I would play or run.
yeah,
But just to go run for the sake of running, I don't like it. I'm not
yeah.
a fan.
I'm with
So
you. I wish I did. I wish I could enjoy it. I've recently started attempting to run again.
yeah,
I did 5K earlier, and
There you
and
go.
the main reason for that, honestly, is I want to get that Castaway 5K medal when we go over on our Disney cruise.
yeah.
I've heard there's a medal, and I'm like, I'll
Yeah.
run for a medal. That gives me something to do. So
Mhm.
so that's the only reason why I'm doing it. Otherwise, I would be watching runners outside of my window going, "You enjoy that." But what is it about a Run Disney event? Why? Like obviously it's in Disney, which is the novelty of it. But what is it about Run Disney, the Dopey challenge that Scott, say Weston, you wanting to do it, Sarah, you wanting to go back? What is it? What's so special about that event?
Well, I think obviously it like combines things. If you like running, then you get to do something you like to do in running, but also if you enjoy Disney, you get to kind of combine them. But
Yeah,
Disney just does everything so well. Everything is just such a big deal. So like the support out there is great. So I mean, I've run a few races before, but the 10K that I did last year, like you start, you're like maybe a tenth of a mile in, and like the local high school band is on the side of the highway playing for you. Like it's so
right.
cool. And then you have people who are like got their cars blasting music for you, and you got the characters, and if you want to stop, you can take pictures with them, and it's just the energy is so cool, you know, and to me, it's like people who typically wouldn't be a runner, they do it, and it's like it kind of almost like opens up something that could be intimidating to some people, and they go, oh, I can do this, and they might say, hey, I walked this half marathon, but they still did it, and they got to kind of be in that environment and do it. And it's not really like, it's kind of exclusive because you have to like get registered. That's the hardest part, but otherwise it's very welcoming to everyone, and I think that's really cool. And one thing I will say is when I was doing the 10K, I remember specifically in my head, because you go on the boardwalk, which is like sketchy at like 4 a.m. It's a little slick. But they have people, they like literally allow people who can't walk, you know, they're in their, I want to call it like a little bike, but like they have people who run and push them. So they're like literally letting, yeah, it's just really cool. And then you get to see the Epcot ball. It's just neat. You could go on and on about like how special it is.
For me, you know, after she did the 10K last year for her birthday, I think now it's probably going to be a yearly tradition. We go and do that for her birthday. It's also right there at Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party, so we can kind of check 2 things off. Sure. But the excitement and how much she enjoyed it, I was like, you know what? That does sound fun. Like I maybe I'll give it a shot. Yeah, no, I did, honestly. And then also, I feel like we're giving a bunch of shout outs, but Mark at Magical Fam, he also vlog as well. He did a series of himself doing the Dopey challenge this past one. Awesome. And watching him and follow along, I was like, man, you know what? Like that looks like a blast. Yeah. I know I'm not a runner, but you know, I think I could do it. You know, it looks like a good time. So that's kind of what sparked my interest and got me into it. Sarah's, you know, she mentioned she's ran, you know, the St. Jude Marathon for her niece passed away a couple years ago from cancer. And then you've actually been trying to get into the what's the
Great North. Y'all hate me. You won't pick me for the ballot.
It's a hard one to get in. Yeah. We've got one down here, the southwest one, and you know it's a little bit more accessible. So if you want to come south instead of north, then
maybe y'all
you might get a shot. Well, they're saying that the London Marathon is like a lottery, so stay away from the London one. That's just, I think you've got to be with someone in the know to be able to get into the London Marathon these days. It's so popular.
Well, I think Wayne is doing the London.
Oh, is he?
I think so.
Cool.
Wade is our brother-in-law's brother. He's over there, so he runs, and I think he is doing the London, the full, and he was like, this is my last full marathon. Oh, okay. And he's doing the Great North, but they do that because they had a son that passed away, and so they do it for like, because they have all the charities and things like that, so that's why they do that kind of like annually. But
I didn't know he was doing the
I think that's what he's training for. Cool. So it's cool. Now that's a thing. People do like destination races. So it's so you kind of make it your vacation, but you also go and do a race.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool. It's a cool way to see places. Because and then here's another thing with the Disney races. How often are you just running down the road for Disney? You know, you're like, oh, cool. I'm running under like these signs and stuff. It's kind of like cool to go backstage and things. You know, you get kind of access to things you wouldn't normally.
That's what I think would be fun, and go backstage and see the things that you don't get to see. This past trip, I went and saw, which that'll be in the Hollywood Vine vlog. I went and saw Fantasmic.
Love it.
And the exit of it, you know, walking through the backside of the Holleywood Studios, that was it's just cool, you know, kind of taking it in.
Yeah. Big Fantastic household here. Yeah, we love it. So anything behind the scenes in Disney is definitely something that would have piqued my interest for sure.
Yeah.
One day I'll join you. Maybe not the Dopey, but
I'll
do a 5.
There's the series, so you could just do the first race, which is the 5K.
Yeah.
And then you guys can just watch Margot the rest of them.
That's very true. Yeah. You got some babysitters there. Yeah.
Be like,
absolutely.
All right, we'll see you in a few hours. They'll probably still be asleep. So.
No, we'll be riding around Grand Fiesta Tour for like the 8th time or something.
Yeah. For sure.
I forgot my oldest brother Matt ran the Dopey. It's been years ago. So I kind of want to
Awesome.
have like bragging rights with him as
For
well.
sure.
So
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
That's what
definitely.
it's about. The
Oh,
medals.
awesome. It's yeah, bucket list, and again, hats off to you guys for taking it on. It certainly looks like a challenge to be able to do that level of running. I know it is, it's novelty and there are character stops and so on and so forth, but at
Yeah.
the end of the day, you're putting your feet to the pavement for a
Yeah.
substantial amount of time. So good luck to you guys, and I hope it all goes well.
Yeah.
yeah, thank you. Thanks.
Nice, nice. Oh, you got some interesting stuff coming up. You may not have anything booked just yet, but you certainly got plans in the making, which is fab to
Hmm.
hear.
Yeah.
And you've mentioned it a couple of times on here, so I definitely want to give a shout out to listeners to make sure they're heading your way to be able to see all of these memories you've already
Oh,
made and all the memories you're making. So
Thank you.
talk to me about the socials. You've obviously got your YouTube channel and we've been
hmm.
speaking on Insta, but you've got a few more, haven't you, as well?
Yeah.
Yeah, we have TikTok, which is still, I think, just the same handle, and that's where a little extra goofy stuff goes there. We don't always put all that stuff on YouTube because we know some people don't want to see all of our weird stuff. But yeah, we finally fully migrated to like a dedicated Instagram
Yeah.
account,
Yeah.
not just using our personal.
Yeah. There
Um,
for a while, it was like we had, TikTok, just our personal Instagrams, and then our YouTube. And it kind of got to the point where it's like, okay, maybe we need to just like branch off and have just our, travels
right,
on
Yep.
its own separate Instagram and
right.
kind of keep
Yep.
our personal stuff
Our friends are
personal.
like, "Oh my God, if I see one more Disney power,
Yeah.
we like start losing followers." They were like just our family members, like, "Where'd you go?"
So some of our friends are, obviously not Disney fans. It's not for everybody, I
It's
guess.
fine.
Yeah, sure. Sure.
So yeah, some of our friends that I've grown up with are like, dude, how many times like are we gonna see like, a Disney picture or whatever? So that's kind of why we did that.
Yeah.
But yeah, YouTube channel, Hollywood Studios. It is obviously a pun on our last name.
Yeah.
Hollywood.
Holly,
Love it.
Holley.
Yeah. How
Yeah,
long did it
just
take to come up with that name? Was it a 30-second thing or
Yeah, I think it was.
I think it was pretty quick. Yeah, we came up with some other ideas. Obviously, we're like, we love Disney. Kind of want to keep it like in theme.
yeah?
And I think that's probably like the second thing we said. And we are like,
Yeah.
oh, we got to do that.
Whatever. We can't think on it too
Yeah.
hard or else it'll just never get done. So,
But
Yeah. That's great.
at first we were a little like, I don't know if we can get in trouble for that or not. We're like, dude, is
It's
it too
true.
close?
It's true.
it's
Yeah.
actually funny though because our nephew Ethan, he was like putting my phone number in his phone because he's cool now and has a phone, and he was like, "Why does it say Hollywood Studios?" So I think Google somehow like associates Hollywood Studios, and I'm like, ugh. So who knows? That's probably all these spam calls I keep getting. But yeah, so we may get in trouble years down the road. We'll let you know.
I
But
can't
yeah,
wait for you
you
to get like phone calls and text messages of just random people saying like, "Hi, do you have availability for a park admission for today?"
And I'm just like booking things for them because I feel too guilty to like tell them now. Like, got you. Let me get you booked in this room here. Yeah, it's funny.
gotta make a park reservation. What?
That's funny.
Yeah,
Dear.
we have started the YouTube and was at first was strictly just Disney, us going down there.
Hmm.
Yeah.
As we kind of mentioned earlier, a lot of construction this year. We're gonna kind of pull back from Disney and focus a little more on like home vlogs
Yeah,
and just other travels in
lifestyle.
general.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
So it's probably what was gonna be coming forward, kind of little changes there, but
Cool.
still very very heavily influenced on Disney. I mean, we obviously love Disney and going very quite a bit. So
Yeah. Well, I mean, you've showcased Winnie now on your home vlog, so
Winnie,
that's
she's in
she's going to
timeout.
have her own fan base. So now you have to keep showing the home vlogs.
My mom, yeah, she was like, Winnie needs her own Instagram. I'm like,
Yeah.
Mom, are you going to be my assistant? Are you going to run this? Because like, I don't know, I can't be on my phone 26 hours of the day. Like, this is crazy. So Winnie can wait.
it's funny we were changing our logo, and because we were like, all right, if we're gonna kind of change it to more lifestyle, we need to make the logo kind of similar as well.
Yeah.
And at the same time, we were getting Winnie
Yeah.
like the next day, so we actually had to like crop a little dog and put in there as well. So it's you can see a silhouette of dad, mom, a little girl, and little Winnie. So
He's so cute.
Super
He
cute.
is
Super
like
cute.
a puppy for sure.
yeah.
Really.
And, oh my gosh, and she's so fast. I'm like, what did I do? What did I do? Like, it's just crazy. But Margot loves her. We all love her. She's so cute.
She's a menace, but yeah, she's a great addition for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. We saw it on the home vlog that you recently posted, and her tearing around the garden, and just thought like, yeah, she looks like a handful, but a cute handful at that.
Yeah. And to think I was like, it's literally like parenting, like, oh no, she won't go up and down the stairs. And now I'm like, oh my gosh, like we have baby gates back up. Like it's so ridiculous. Like, but yeah, no, she's a great addition. We love her. She's an Aussie Doodle, if anybody's curious, a toy
Very cute.
Aussie Doodle. We did not realize she was only going to get to be like 12 pounds, so she's not
Yeah.
really going to get much bigger. But
She 10 pounds? No,
mhm,
yeah.
mhm. So
Travel
she,
size, love it.
yes, okay, but like travel size, hello, we're gonna take her to Disney.
Yeah, so we
Yeah,
were talking about that. I mean, she was definitely going to come with us on the trips.
Yeah.
that'd be cool.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So be a little easier with a smaller pup.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
absolutely. Yeah, yeah, definitely. Yeah, we look forward to it then. We look forward to 2026 and the year of Winnie.
Yes, that's what it's gonna be called. He's probably downstairs eating my clothes in the like
Yeah.
closet
Hey,
right now.
puppy,
It's
they'll
the year
they'll
of
do
winter.
that. Yeah, they will do that for sure, and the sofa and everything they can get their teeth on.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, amazing, amazing. Well, listeners that are out there listening to this, make sure you are going on to Hollywood Studios on YouTube to see the life of Winnie as well as parents and sister, and also the Disney trips that you got coming up for sure. And also get over to TikTok, that you've put some fab TikToks on recently. I've laughed at pretty much every one of them,
Oh, good.
and obviously Insta as well, because that's where we connected initially. So
Yeah.
Hollywood Studios across all of those channels. Before I let you go, because this is the first time we're speaking in person, what I
Yes.
like to do to end off first time chats on this channel is a bit of this and that. There's a bit of flip side of the coins, Disney edition. So are we one side or are we the other? 10
Cool.
questions. We'll try and make it as quick fire as we can because I appreciate the time, but usually never ends up quick because we usually end up on a tangent about what we're talking about, but
Right.
we'll try and keep it a bit direct. Are you up for it?
Yeah,
Sure.
absolutely.
Good, 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 good. I think I know Weston's answer to this. I think you dropped it in Anthony's pod. But I have to ask it because it's the all-important question. It's the Disney dividing opinion. It's the one that guarantees this episode that's going to go viral or not. No, that's been a little bit dramatic. It probably won't. But are you left to Mexico or are
Oh,
you right to Canada?
You asking me first?
Whoever fancies it.
Canada. I'm going to Canada.
We're going right. Yeah.
I'm staying there.
Canada. It's
Yes,
it's such a divided question.
I
For the
know.
most part over here, we tend to hear Mexico, and I don't know if it's just like a UK thing, but
Yeah.
a
Mhm.
lot of people that I speak to on the socials, like Americans like self and other people that head down, they do tend to go Canada. Why right instead of left? Why anti-clockwise?
For starters, I don't know why, but I have a weird obsession with Canada. Like I've never been, but I'm obsessed. Like I literally will like get on Zillow or Canada's version of Zillow and be like, "Oh my gosh, we can get this house in like Nova Scotia and like blah blah blah." Like I can't even stand the cold. What am I talking about? But I think it's like the first time I went in that 360 far and wide little video thing, I was just like, "Yep, this is like I don't know. I must have been Canadian in a past life or something because
Yeah,
I am just like drawn to it." And a lot of the TV shows I watch, I think, are filmed there.
right.
But yeah, Canada. I don't know. Just speaks to me.
For me, it's just I just my mind automatically goes right, so I just go that
Right.
direction. But it's the quickest way to one to get a Pim's cup. It's
That's true.
also in the direction to France where I can go grab chocolate eclair if it's in the morning
Very
or
food
later on.
motivated.
Yeah, no, that's
Okay.
pretty
Yeah.
much it. That's really it for me. And two, I mean,
Yeah.
it's like I would rather end with a nice margarita
They're
than
good.
starting
Okay,
off
I get it.
with
Yeah,
that.
yeah, I
Little,
get that.
yeah.
I
No.
think I think last time I was there to watch Luminous,
Mm,
I was the bridge leaving Mexico, and it was like a
mm.
great shot, margarita in hand. I'm like, this to me is a great way to end it. So
Yeah,
more about
definitely.
the ending than the starting for me.
Okay,
I
yeah,
also
yeah.
really love Le Cellier.
Yes,
Yeah,
I see. That's the place I've not been by. Here, the
Oh my
steak in
gosh,
there is pretty perfection.
it's so good.
Is
it's
it?
it blows my mind that it's not even just the best for in my opinion. It's not the best steak at Disney property. It's one of the best steaks I've just
Oh,
ever had.
Yeah.
yeah,
So it blows my mind that it's in a theme park
yeah,
where you would get that. So
yeah.
same thing, service like
Yeah.
it's super good. It's just it's a great restaurant for sure.
I love it. You're reminding me of something when I speak to some friends who aren't Disney people, and they're like, "Oh yeah, but it's a theme park. You're getting your hot dogs and your burgers and your chicken
No.
nuggies, and then lo, you're getting like premium steaks in this place. This is
Yeah,
another reason
Yeah.
why people go."
yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
Okay, you got good points. Good points for Canada. I don't think I can steer. When I was playing football, soccer, I'm left-footed, so that's my excuse for going to Mexico. My eyesight goes left. So
Okay.
maybe were you
Yeah.
right-footed when you were playing soccer? Maybe it's that.
I was actually left. I played on the left
Oh well,
more.
you're going
I
against
was
nature. You're going against nature.
I was a winger. I mean, obviously, you know how it is. You play with both feet, but
Yeah,
more power was my left.
yeah,
Right
okay,
was more like I had more accuracy with my right. But
right.
yeah, what position did you play?
I was left wing back
Okay,
in the
yeah,
early 90s when a winger would stick to the byline and
yeah,
put a cross in and not try and cut in and score. So yeah, I loved it. I loved it. I
heck
still
yeah.
love it. I'm just a lot slower now.
Things hurt.
We're the same person in that sense. Played
Yeah,
left wing and a lot slower now as well. So
yeah, yeah. Age catches up with you, unfortunately. I see
yeah.
some of the kids play now. I was a youth football coach for a spell before kids, and
Okay.
seeing those guys tear around, I was like, yeah, I'm glad I've finished now because I
Yeah.
can't keep up with you mentally, let alone physically anymore.
It's it's crazy. My nephew is 12 now, and I go and watch his games, and some of the kids out there,
Yeah,
I'm just like,
Oh yeah.
incredible.
how? Yeah, I
Yeah.
just feel like it's more. I don't know. The game is more accessible now with
Mm,
social media, and they can
Yeah.
watch it. Me growing,
yeah.
I know we're going on a tangent, like you said here.
I said it would happen. I said it would
Right,
happen.
right.
It's all good.
But for me growing up, it was, I'd get it from school, and I was lucky if ESPN was maybe showing like a Champions League final or something. That's pretty much
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
that like I could see of footy or soccer.
Yeah.
Now it's everywhere, so it's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. I love it. I love to see the game expand the way it has and long may it continue. I think it will. I think the
Yeah.
future's
Oh
bright
yeah.
from what we're seeing at the minute, for sure.
World Cup
And
26, let's go.
that's it. Yeah, exactly. It's coming your way. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a trip.
There you go.
You never know.
Got a place to stay.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That's very true. Yeah. Yeah. I like the sound of it. I like the sound of trying to work the math in my head. Yeah.
Yeah.
Lots of be like, absolutely not. No.
They can come too.
Right. Question number 2. And we're going to rope drop Animal Kingdom. Are you going Pandora with the masses, or are you going Safari to wake up the animals?
Safari. Me, Safari.
I say safari
Yeah.
because it's less hot for us.
Yeah.
True.
But also, I wouldn't see. I do like Pandora, but I like to do Navi, not necessarily Flight of
Yeah.
Passage.
We're a Navi fan. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So, but still, yeah, safari for sure.
I think
Yeah.
Safari, I mean, you tend to see more animals awake and doing
Yeah.
stuff in the morning. Although I have had like really good experiences, or we've had good experiences later in the day and seeing quite a few
Mm.
animals. Um,
Might have been the time the rhinos fought in front of us, and we just sat
yeah,
there for 30 minutes. We were like, "Are we
but
safe?"
also I say Safari because Kusafiri and then getting the coconut coffee,
Mm.
the coconut iced
Yes.
coffee, the tacho
Yeah.
Oh
bowl.
my gosh.
Yeah.
It's perfect. It's so good.
You
Hmm.
Yeah,
mentioned that on your vlog when you headed down to get your AP magnet, and that's the
yeah.
first I've heard of it, but it will be happening. I will be getting that.
Oh
That
yeah.
sounds amazing.
It's good. Usually, typical Disney, find a little trash can or something to post up with on
Yeah.
it, but delicious.
Hmm.
Great start to the morning. Yeah.
Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. It's on the list. It's on the list for sure. Number 3. Would you like to spend an hour on Goofy's Barnstormer, or spend an hour in Small World, rotating around for 60 minutes?
I've never been on Barnstormer.
You haven't?
Oh,
No.
it's an experience. It's an experience.
I could have sworn we've done it together.
I don't think so.
Oh, well, I'm gonna say definitely Barnstormer. Small World. If Small World was maybe a couple minutes shorter,
It doesn't matter. It'd be an hour.
yeah, true.
Yeah,
Definitely Barnstormer. That song, I would absolutely go insane with that. Just
Honestly, this is gonna speak to my like get her checked. I say Small World. Also, I'm gonna have to send you, because I sent it to you and your brother. I think it was on TikTok. A funny video on like about getting off of Small World. I'll send that to you. That's a whole other thing. But yeah, no, honestly, Small World, because I feel like I would be giving all those little people like little personalities. Like I would
Yeah,
just
true.
be like checking out every single little bit. An hour long, you can see some stuff.
yeah,
I feel like, yeah.
Oh,
It's air conditioned.
that's true. That is true. Yeah,
Mhm.
good points. I just would go insane with that song over and over.
yeah. It's
Yeah.
for me. It's either physically damaging or mentally damaging, and however you want to feel the next day, essentially.
Off of it, you seen the hippo in there with eyes that were just like, I
Yes.
mean, that's
Yeah,
how I would feel coming off of that song.
That's how I feel after the first ride, let alone anymore. Yeah, no, I know what
That's
you mean.
funny.
This one had to be thrown in. Are you MGM Studios or are you Hollywood Studios?
Oh,
That's a great question. For both reasons. One, obviously we're Hollywood Studios, but
Yeah.
like for me, when I think of Disney, I still have trouble now saying Hollywood Studios versus
Mm,
MGM Studios because that's what's in my brain, from going as a kid.
yeah.
yeah.
I would MGM Studios on this one.
I would say Hollywood for me just because
Yeah.
I didn't grow up going like that,
Sure.
but I can see how it's like classic to
Yeah.
say MGM.
Yeah.
I'm not a true classic Disney fan.
I mean, I still call Tiana's Splash Mountain Ranch.
Right.
I don't
Yeah.
even. So it's just that what I've grew up and programmed for so long.
And the
So
people that say downtown Disney, like
Downtown,
Disney
yeah.
Springs.
Yeah.
well, that's
Yeah.
downtown California.
Oh,
It
regardless.
used to be downtown. It used to be downtown Disney.
Yeah.
It was Disney Village before it, and yeah, it's had a few
Mhm.
names.
It's
Had a
like
few
Pleasure
names.
Island, and then
Yeah.
Pleasure Island, yeah. I was too young for Pleasure Island.
yeah, me too.
There was one trip where I was like 20 and couldn't make it through the gates, unfortunately, because of the 21 age over your side
Yeah.
of the pond instead of the 18
Crazy.
over ours. So I was gutted, and then they gutted it themselves and changed it to what it is now, which is a shame. But a friend of mine was a cast member working over there back in the Pleasure Island days, and she absolutely loved it. She loved
That's
it.
cool.
Yeah, yeah. Right, eating at character diners or queuing for character meets. Now, you've already mentioned a bit of a love for character dining. Does it beat the character meets out there, do you think? Is it worth the buck?
Well,
I'm going to say character dining. I choose that over just the character meats, just
Mhm.
because I'm a fatty at heart and I love to eat. And
Same?
there's food involved. I'm there. But to answer the last question, is it worth the buck? Depends. If it's maybe just me and Sarah going, maybe not. But
yeah.
if obviously we talked about earlier for Margot, absolutely it's worth the buck. The
Right.
the joy in her eye and see her excitement when she the characters walk by, it's definitely worth it for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I would say dining as well. And I think partially because one, you get to sit down, air conditioning, food, but you also get more than just one character. You
Very
kind of get
true.
multiple. So it's kind of like more bang for your buck. And yeah, like you said, if Margot's going to be there, if kids are going to be there, I definitely think it's worth it. But like, yeah, if it was just me and you, we would likely go to like Space 220 or
Yeah,
something like that. Something that's
Yeah.
a little less like geared towards kids.
Yeah.
So yeah, dining
Yeah.
for
Yeah,
sure.
good chance. Good chance. We're looking forward to trying to get back to Garden Grill this time.
Oh
Love Garden Grill as
yes,
the character dining.
yeah,
Love it.
It's good. It's good. We've done breakfast and dinner.
and the food's
It's
good.
Yeah, we enjoy it
It is
for
good.
sure.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And Mickey's a farmer, which is just someone from the
Yes.
West Country of England. Like, you put a Disney character in farmwear, then you've got our hearts. Yeah,
I
definitely.
love that. That's cute.
Okay, we've got. Okay, this is a collection question, and again, little nod to your recent vlog. AP magnets that you would travel late hours for purely to get an AP
Mhm.
magnet. I can't believe it, but hats off to you. Or Disney pins. Are you a pin trader?
No, so we don't even have the only pins we have, I think, oddly enough, are from D23 because we're D23 members, just
Okay.
because.
Yeah.
But it's funny because I think we're getting the annual box today. It's probably like on the porch. And last year's it came with like a bunch of pins, but no, we don't trade pins. I don't really know anything about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd
Ah,
say magnets. Love the magnets. Definitely get behind it. I completely see the attraction with the pins,
right.
and I just personally haven't done it, so I don't know enough,
Yeah.
you
I
know.
think it's intimidating to me. Like I
Yeah.
just don't
Yeah,
know.
there is.
So no, to add to that point, so I was waiting for Citrus Blossoms to open up at Flower and Garden, and it was probably like a 10-minute wait, there before the doors open. And some girl yelled out, anybody pin trading? And like, I don't know why, but I immediately kind of like clammed up, like, I don't, no, I don't have anything, I don't know anything about it. So,
Right. Well, it's also so funny because you'll see people like laid out with like a blanket, and I'm like,
Oh yeah.
yeah.
are you okay? Like it like gives me vibes. I'm like, are we in New York? Like is somebody selling bags on the street? Like they just have like all these pins on. I just like, do you pay? Do you just trade the pin? I feel like I'd get scammed and I'd have like all basic pins thinking that I knew what I was doing, but like I gave
Yeah.
away my fancy ones or something. I don't know.
I see the appeal and it looks cool, but yeah, I'm just not knowledgeable, I guess, is the
Yeah.
the answer.
All of that to say, magnets.
Yeah.
Magnets. I knew you had a passion for magnets because, like I said, you traveled down to get this recent
Yeah.
Zootopia one, so I had a feeling you might swing that way.
And
Yeah.
Zootopia 2 is actually on Disney Plus now, so
Yes.
we're gonna
Yeah.
probably be watching that.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Mhm.
Have you been on the attraction? The Tough to Be a Bug now Zootopia, Zootropolis.
Yeah, so I did it that trip that I went and got the magnet. It's
Yeah.
it's really cool. It's
It is good. Okay.
Margot's going to enjoy it. I thought it was cute. I enjoyed it. Um, it's again kind of going back to the old days growing up. Tough to be a
Yeah.
bug. I'm like, man, I have so many great
Right.
memories in there. So when it went away, it's like, but I will say they did a great job kind of
Good.
incorporating the same things. I don't want to give too much away for
Yeah.
spoiler alert for anybody,
Yeah.
but like they still include all the interactions that would happen. It's tough to be a bug, so
Cool.
did a great job.
I'm
Yeah.
just so sad that like we're not gonna get to hear the kids just scream when the spiders drop down. It's hilarious. It's like they freak out. I'm like, oh my god, it's such a classic. But
Yeah.
whatever, we'll survive,
Yeah.
I guess.
Definitely. I remember Penny in 22 doing that, and she was a screamer when those spiders came down. She's
Scary, actually,
not a fan.
but it's so funny. It's funny.
I love it. Night times. We mentioned Phantasmic earlier, but are you happily ever after or are you Phantasmic?
Mm.
Happily ever after. I
Okay.
it's tough. They're both fantastic. They're
Are they?
fantastic. Yeah, but no, it's for me. It's happily ever after. It's
Yeah.
a different show than obviously what it was growing up. But like my best
Sure.
memories are sitting on my dad's shoulders, watching the fireworks over the castle.
Yeah, cool.
Falling asleep, heading back to Fort Wilderness. So for me, it's definitely happily ever after. Too, the song is like,
It is good.
uh,
Happily
Yeah.
ever after. See, put that on your running playlist and you'll get going. I haven't seen Phantasmic. I was asleep. I
Ah,
was like, enjoy,
okay.
we're asleep. We'll leave the door cracked. Like, enjoy.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess I only have one experience. So fireworks for me, please.
you'll definitely enjoy Fantastic.
Oh,
Yeah.
you would love it. Yeah, you
Yeah.
would love it. I'm intrigued to revisit that question once you've seen it.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I'm excited. It's just had we not been up all because that was literally the day we got there from driving from all
Right,
night long,
sure.
and I was like,
That's
nah,
a long
that's not happening.
day.
Yeah.
That's a
Yeah.
long day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll do it. I just wish we were a little earlier in the
Yeah,
day.
that is true. It is.
Yeah,
It's one of the late ones, and they sometimes in the summer or peak times they do it twice, but it's still the
yeah,
first one's late enough, isn't it, on a Disney day, let alone
yeah.
the second.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
this past trip. They were just doing the one,
Really.
and I mean I was struggling there at the end to
Yeah.
stay awake. I sat like the second row. It was a little windy, so the
Mm.
water, the mist was hitting me.
You're in a
So
splash
away from
zone.
that,
Yeah.
yeah, I might have been asleep. I don't know.
Right.
They're both great, to be fair. They are both great. I can see why Happily Ever After pips it for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, chilled days, talking about being tired. Would you resort hop on a chill day, or would you go to Disney Springs and shop? Are we hopping or are we shopping?
Probably a little both.
I was about to say, who says you can't do both?
Well, that's very true. Yeah.
To be fair, I feel like a lot of our trips is kind of how we end up. You know, we'll dip it, like say you kind of mentioned, dip into the parks, do a few things. Mario gets tired, and it's like back to the resort, or we may just bounce around different resorts, just kind of walk, just take it all in.
I love that though, hopping or shopping.
Yeah.
I like that.
Rhyme all the time, poet and don't know it.
Yeah. There's a game show there. There's a game show.
I like that. So both.
I like that.
We're
I'll give you
greedy. We
both.
want it all.
I'll give you both. Yeah, I'm exactly the same. We've mentioned transportation earlier. We haven't mentioned this one yet. Are you an OG monorail fan or the new kid on the block in the Skyliner?
I would definitely say monorail for me.
Yeah.
It's funny. I still can't say it, but my brothers, you know, if you mention the monorail and they just immediately, por favor, polyalatangus or whatever, you spin off, they're
I
like,
can't say
please
it,
stay
yeah.
clear of the door. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't feel like we take the monorail as often, but yeah, I mean, I keep saying like it's air conditioning. You would think that like, I don't even know, like I'm just starved for cold air, but like, yeah, it's just cooler. The Skyliner's cool, but sometimes you can get in your head a little too much.
Yeah.
Am I gonna fall? What happens if we fall? I mean,
Yeah.
there's an emergency kid in there for a reason, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's true. Yeah.
Mhm.
Good.
No, for
I'm
me-
with you. I'm monorail first and foremost for sure.
Yeah.
We like to wave to them when we like to people down there and like vice versa.
Yeah.
If we're on the ground, we like wave and see if people see us. Kind of fun.
I love it. Okay, last but not least, are you team mouse or are you team duck?
Duck.
Duck.
Yeah.
I think duck. I love Daisy. I feel like I'm Daisy if I were one of them.
I got a couple golf hats. I mean, I have some like it's the Mickey golf cart, but then I also have one with Donald on it. But my driver cover is actually Donald.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. The reason why I say Donald is my dad would do a like the Donald voice.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I don't know how he did it.
Kind of it.
He was, dude. My dad does it like top notch. It's
Yeah.
good. But I have a memory, and it's actually on video. It's
Oh.
hilarious. We're walking past Pirates of the Caribbean, and guys are playing the steel drums out there. I'm 3 maybe, I don't know. I got biker shorts on. You can see my diaper like bulging out of the pants,
Yeah.
and I have this massive Donald Duck hat on. Doesn't even fit me. And I'm like dancing my heart out. I go up to my brother and trying to get him to dance with me, and he's too cool for school. You know, pulls away, and I just stop in my tracks and take my hat off, and I'm just so defeated, you know. And here comes
Drama.
and here comes my dad, picks me up dancing, and you know, and it's like cheers it up. And then of course my brother at that point wants to try and dance.
Yeah.
But no, that's why Donald for me for sure.
That's a
Donald's
good
in-
memory. I like it.
I definitely feel like the ducks are just like, I mean, I love Mickey, love Minnie. We love you guys, but they're just so sweet all the time. You know, I feel like Daisy and Donald are just like real. And also Margot, it's so funny because obviously you have to learn how to figure out how to get them to calm down. And so I'll be like, okay, Margot, breathe, breathe. And like Donald will get mad and she'll be like, Donald, breathe, breathe. You'll feel better. And I'm like, okay, yeah. So that's another little funny way to just like feel closer to the ducks. We like them.
Yeah.
Also, one tried to take one out, Weston's head out, legitimately at
Really?
the park, an actual duck at Magic Kingdom. We were walking right up to Casey's,
What just
and it was
straight
like
in?
it was like this, like no
Wow.
joke.
I completely forgot until you just said that.
Yeah.
It was coming from behind. You know, I'm looking at her.
And I was like,
She's like, watch out. And then, you know, instantly you do like this. And I mean, I literally felt the wings like kind of like graze my head.
Oh, really?
yeah,
This duck, I don't know what I did. You know, I'm sorry.
you
But
ran away
he
with
was,
chips,
he
not
was
fries.
about
Yeah.
to KO me. Like,
Just saw something and was like, I don't care who's in front of me, I'm going
Oh.
through you.
yeah. That's funny. I forgot about that.
What? That's amazing.
Yeah. So ducks.
Yeah.
Team Ducks, I like
Team
it. Yeah,
Ducks.
some good reasons there, and especially nearly being decapitated. That's one reason to go for Ducks. Yeah. Oh, guys, honestly, it's been a fab chat. I knew it would be a fab chat before we started, just because of the conversations we've had over the socials. But I've been so glad to be able to actually speak to you, you know, albeit virtually. face to face. It's been awesome to hear about,
Yes.
Disney growing up for you guys, and the plans that you've had and the plans that are coming, and yeah, who knows, fingers crossed we can get out there at the same time and catch up for real.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
feel strongly that it will.
Yeah.
I'm
Awesome.
excited. So y'all brace yourselves.
Oh, and you, because we are a different energy when we go across the pond, I can tell you.
Exciting.
We'll definitely cross paths when you guys come
For sure.
and down there. And Adam, likewise, thank you for inviting us on. It's been a pleasure chatting with
Yes.
you. It's been a pleasure meeting you and chatting over the years, and
Yeah.
just kind of connecting through it all. So it's cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Thank you.
appreciate it. I appreciate you guys. Listeners, thank you guys for joining us today. If you've enjoyed this episode, please give us a like, subscribe to the Devonshire Dis Podcast, and share us amongst your friends, and of course, all across the social verse out there as well. Remember to go check out Sarah, Weston, family, Margot, Winnie, of course, who's now going to have her Instagram, across the socials on YouTube at Holleywood Studios, as well as the Instas, the TikToks, and all of those other good stuff out there as well. Don't forget also, we mentioned earlier, to go and check out Married to the Magic and Nicole and Anthony, because their podcast is absolutely fab. I specifically remember the moment that you were like, oh, we've just dropped an episode on their podcast. And I was like, no way, I've been listening to them for months, and now all of a sudden you were there as well. So that was a cool moment, and they have a fab podcast and some cool topics that they're covering. So go and check those guys out as well.
Absolutely. Shout out to Anthony and Nicole.
Awesome.
Yeah, we can get to this like hands, finger up emoji.
The fingers are up. I love it. That's all for this one. Final thanks, guys. I really appreciate it. Thank you guys at home so much for listening, and we'll see you next time.
See you guys.